How's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the Big Six. SAEED, you're smiling, you know.
I'm just smiling because I'm happy for the show to start, isn't it? Like, you know, I look forward to the Big Six. You know, it's good to see my brothers here. You know, GRIZZ, Hughie, you know, hello, wassalam. You know what I'm saying?
I think SAEED's seen the breaking, well, not breaking, but I think SAEED's seen the news that's circling around. That's why he's smiling.
No, not really, But you know, no, I'm just happy to the Big Six, man. Best time of my week, man.
What's the news, man?
I don't know what he's about.
Something about 10
No, I don't think it's certain just yet. It's just rumors for now. But you know,
so at least you can confirm that's why you're smiling.
I'm seeing certain percentages flying around. Certain percentages, 50% flying around. Certain percentages.
Didn't a certain wise old man say that they're not playing for him a few weeks ago when he was shouted out? You know, like no, you can't say that.
I'm not old, but I did say that.
It wasn't you.
There you go.
It was me. It was absolutely me.
I said wise.
And you said old too. You said old too.
He said old too. No, but in all seriousness, SAEED,
yeah.
As much as I know you're more or less finished with Ten Hag, or you have been, and maybe I don't know what you are now.
Yeah.
You can't really
I know what you are now.
side with the players. Like, you can't side because the players can't dictate, especially when they've been playing so poorly for years before Ten Hag even got to the club. But they can't dictate shit. I don't know. Matisse probably know well about this because I think Chelsea's teams at time did that, but they actually at least remained competitive, and you could look at it and say, well, they still won us stuff amongst all that. With United's team, it's different.
It's a blend of both. I think that's the problem. Like, I think if Ten Hag had gone in there this season and played a brand of football that A, excited the players, and B, excited the fans, and C, maybe was what he was brought in to do, because he'd come from Ajax. Like, your CV states that this is the brand of football you play, so this is why you're coming in. And then you sign a goalkeeper in Onana who's a ball-playing goalkeeper who wants to play out from the back and wants to break lines, and that's not your philosophy in this team. It's kind of confusing. So, but at the same time, it's the players, because the players are... Some of them are down tooling. I've been a defender of Rashford on this show because I've, said he's got credit last season and he scored goals. But I didn't defend Rashford to the point of calling him better than Martinelli. Don't forget that Turkish. So someone is not just
one, yeah.
That's not me still. But brother, that Rashford performance was absolutely horrendous. I see division. A blind person sees division now. So I know what you're talking about. I get it. That brother needs to be benched. That was a hall of shamer.
Yeah,
it was shocking. Yeah. I hope he plays against Chelsea with that type of attitude, because if he does, then we are.
Bro, I hope not.
A good game, bro. But it's both. It's the players and the manager. I think the manager is, like I said, I think the manager is really, he's selling himself a little bit short. I think he's capable of better than this. I really rated him when he first came in. And I think, fair enough, the first season you went pragmatic and you didn't have your players, but you signed so many players now, and your signings have been awful. Like, I am a big advocate of technical directors and recruitment teams and surrounding your manager with staff, because they're not good enough to, or they don't watch enough football. They can't possibly watch River Plate on a Wednesday night or whatever to scout an Alvarez. But if you are given the power, which seemingly you wanted, because Ragnick was told to move out the way, brother, you can't deliver this, man. This is insane. So it's a bit of...
Oh, listen, Skull Thuggery, let him have a night off, man. You look like, he's got a life, He's actually got a life beyond the Big Six, So not everyday video. It's a long December as well. There's game after game. So don't worry, man. The clips will come back. Let's have a night off tonight.
The pictures are actually coming freaking fast,
bro. Them man are demanding clips, like, let him have a night off, lads, man. You know what I'm saying?
SAEED saw the fast blue bar and said, I caught life. That's why you
were that's so true. I was like, that's what I was like. Okay, not tonight then. But now listen, long December. But yeah, if we're talking about Man United, listen, I'm not for once kind of giving these players a letting off. Like, I'm not. I've said, like, I'd sell most of these players if I had to. Like, if you told me tomorrow we could sell half of these players, I would do. But I think two things can be right, man. I think this manager's out of his depth. And for me, he's clueless. You know what I mean? This guy did not set up us right again against Newcastle We've conceded about 100 shots in the last couple of games, 23 against Newcastle. It could have been 4-0 at half time. If literally Newcastle had the shooting boots on, Almiron had a chance. Isak had a chance where his touch was off. That was at the start of the game. They had numerous chances to kill us off. Everton the week before, when we went 1-0 up, they actually had 3 or 4 gilt-up opportunities that were just literally, wide open. So for me, my eyes don't lie to me, man. I just think he's had enough. He's now talking the absolute most waffle. I thought I spoke waffle, yeah, but this guy after the press conference said it could have been a draw had the offside goal been a goal. I mean, that's why it's offside, mate. You know what I mean? Hello. That's why it's called an offside. You know what I mean? So I just think for me, yeah, he's not helped himself. I said he sacked himself in terms of he's doing the mistakes himself. He's playing the players himself. Nobody's told him to play Rashford on the right. Nobody's told him to play McTominay in the middle where he has less touches than the goalkeeper. These are on him. So then, I don't know, man. And that's why I'm just like, Eddie Howe, for me, I've called it already, man. He's a better manager than Ten Hag. He's got a better philosophy, better ideology. You know what Eddie Howe's all about. He's seen it before and he schooled him again how to play a football game. And he had 2 substitutions. One was a keeper and one was flipping Matt Ritchie. Yeah, there's no excuse about injuries. They played on PSG, tough game, and they got robbed in that game. And we had a game against Galatasaray, and we had more substitutions in them, options on the bench, and yet they scored us again. Something's not right with the management. Yes, the players are awful, and some of them I told you about Rashford. He's another one that's average that nobody wants to talk about. He's another one that shouldn't be in the team. Martial up front was poor as well. There were so many players on that football pitch that are poor, but who keeps playing them? The manager. So, you can only blame the players so long if the manager keeps playing them. So,
the Rashford one's so strange, Saeed. The Rashford one's so strange because I know he's having a very poor period and it's quite elongated for your liking, but he is so much better than what we're seeing.
Yeah, he always has these, though.
I know he has his purple patches, but he's so much better than the lazy character you're seeing on the pitch right now. Simple things that any footballer, no matter your ability, can do, like tracking runners, like getting back into defense, like helping out your midfield when you're clearly overloaded and they can't handle it. He doesn't do it. And the worst criticism, the worst thing that could have been said about him this weekend was said by Jamie Carragher. He said he's playing like Martial. He's playing like Anthony Martial. He looks like he's not arsed. He looks like he's just going through the motions. He looks like he just doesn't really care. It's almost like he's just waiting for Ten Hag to go. And I think the fact that Rashford, who's a local boy, who should really give a shit about what's going on, the way he doesn't, it shows and emphasizes the point that the wise old man in the bottom right said. He doesn't care. He's not playing for the manager. That's the way it has to be like that. So all these leaks don't come as a surprise.
Yeah, but what happens if he because the time Rashford, you know what's mad? Because the time Rashford got the contract, the majority of the fan base wanted him to get the contract. Now,
Not me.
I don't know. Maybe not you at this price. He wasn't against. He was understanding because of what he was doing at the time.
No, but I get that. But at the same time, if again you did say to me tomorrow we're not going to give him the contract, I wouldn't be like saying it's the end of the world. You know what I mean? So I was firmly like, the club will make that decision. But if you told me, I wouldn't give him a new contract. If you told me, I wouldn't even definitely pay him that amount. By the way, as well.
Yeah.
For me as well, when you got to look at it as well in terms of the fact that he's got his money now, he's going to be like, yo, I'm chilling now. Like I've got that contract now. I'm still going to be playing week in, week out because the manager has got no cojones to drop him. So he's just gonna be like, I can take liberties here, and that's where for me, I've said to you before, Toby and Matisse, at the start of the season, you got to humble this guy, man. You got to let him know, like, listen, you're not nobody, mate. You know what I mean? You're a player that's come through the ranks. Yes, you've got goals in your game, but bro, we're gonna have a system and we have an ideology. And if you're not part of that and you can't show the basic principles, then you're gonna be holding bench. Even if you lose games, the manager needs to know, you know what? I have a principle. He's done it for other players, but he can't do it for Rashford, because he's a golden child of Man United. Nah, mate, less of that. You need to be benched. You need to be benched.
If he benches him now, I agree with you. After some of the things he done in that game or the things he didn't do in that game, at moments, you got to drop him. You got to drop him now. But say he drops him and the performances and results don't pick up, then what?
Well, but I know the greater picture anyway. The manager's not good enough, but I get what you mean, 100%. But then obviously he's brought in Anthony. That's his guy. You know what I mean? So we need to see what he's about. We've got Palestri who's there. Again, I personally think for me, is he at that level to Man United? Possibly not. But then again, it's like you need to find a solution. That's where you are paid all that money. You know what I'm trying to say to you? So as a team collectively, I don't think it's down to one player for this make this team tick. But I also think if you have principles, you drop certain players. And that is just for any situation, crisis or not. You know, so I feel like for me, it's not what's the solution. What can you fix right now? And that is take him out the team. So I don't know, man. I
Is
don't know.
those
I just
comments,
think
you know
for me
that
it's not
video,
good.
you know that video going around? Is it real? Like, did he actually say, "What the fuck am I doing here"? You know, he's
No,
like
I don't
seen
know,
to be.
man. I don't really comment on that. I'll be honest with you, I don't know. I can't really
Yeah, you
read what
can't
he
tell
said.
that. You can't tell that.
Did
You know
anybody
what I
else
mean?
see
He did.
that? Anybody else see that?
I saw the clip, but I didn't think it
You
looked like
can't say that he
it,
said that
it
for
looked
sure.
like that though. Yeah.
No. Someone
Think
He
said,
says
"What
one
do we
o'clock
do when we get
something.
to the top of the pitch?" That's what I think someone said. What do we do when we get up the pitch? That's what I thought someone said to someone. Someone messaged me.
That's a bit different from "What the fuck am I doing here?" There's a lot of words like he said.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's how it's interpreted to me. Someone said that. What am I doing when I get up there? So that's I don't know. So,
They're
but
not
I'm
playing
not
for
bothered
him.
anyway, man.
They're
He
not
can do
playing for
whatever he
him. They're
wants.
not playing for him. Nothing will change. You need a total gutting out. It's what we've been saying for ages and ages. A lot of Man United fans wanted to back the players, back the manager, back this, but your club is a shit show from the top to the bottom, and you're working your way from the top. Fair enough. You're changing the owners. That's from the top, and then obviously you're going to bring in a sporting director, and then obviously the coach looks like he's going to be changed now, but the main core players in that club has to be changed. And that's until you do that, nothing will change, man. Because these players are trouble now. It's very obvious. Shall we reel off the names of the coaches that they've got fired or sacked or whatever the case may be? Yet they're still here earning big dollar contracts.
Do you not think though? Like, whenever a club are in the state that United are in, because I'm speaking from experience, because it was literally us last season. It's never just one thing. Like, obviously, the manager's the figurehead, right? The manager is the one that ultimately sets out the team, and if they're not doing a good job, they will get sacked. But it's a combination of everything. It's the players, it's the recruitment, it's the managing, the tactics. It's the lot, right? There's not just one thing. So, like, when SAEED talks about Rashford's form, like, it shouldn't just be like, oh, Rashford is the only reason why they're struggling. No, because if SAEED's point,
That's a culmination of
even when Rashford wasn't there against Galatasaray, they didn't win. They didn't win. If Rashford doesn't play in some of these other games, they still won't win. If he plays, they're struggling. So I think with Ten Hag, the main point I wanted to get to with him is, on your point, Grizz, about like players letting down the manager. That is definitely the case, and that's apparent because Man United simply have one too many poor players still in their team. But I also think he's created a rod for his own back, not just because of the players that he signed, but because of his willingness to change his stance on decisions that he's made, right? Last season, he said that Maguire wasn't good enough. Maguire can't play his style. Maguire's fifth choice. He was basically letting Maguire, like, figure it out that, like, you're not part of this team. And now all of a sudden, Varane can't get back into the team. Maguire's playing week in, week out, right? Scott McTominay, I saw a disgraceful stat the other day. The guy, in 100 minutes or something like that, or 3 games of football, he's completed 30 passes. What is this Scottish Souček imposter doing?
You know what? They have similar game, man. They just got goals. That's it.
But big man thing. F the goals, bro. Like, the guy is shit.
I know.
And you signed a DM. Like, they went out of their way. They chased Amrabat for 2-3 weeks, signed him on deadline day, and he's getting cribbed for Scott McTominay away to Newcastle.
Bro, man.
So as much as you can sympathize with Erik ten Hag in terms of some of the players that he inherited and the mess that is Man United in terms of, like, how they go about, like, buying and selling players, he's created a rot for his own back. He's signed poorly. He's turned his back on players that he signed. The players that he deemed not good enough, he's now prioritizing them over players that you supposedly rated a couple months back. And even with the Marcus Rashford point as well, when they asked him about Marcus Rashford's form, Matisse was saying it on the weekly run-up show on DR this morning, saying how he'll speak with Rashford internally. But when it was Jadon Sancho, everything blurted out to the media. So I think with Ten Hag, you're seeing a manager who's literally on his last legs right now at Man United, and is
TOBS.
He's never had this pressure, you know, man. He's only been at Ajax, man. He's only been at Ajax, man.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
I agree. He's made a lot of mistakes, but this is a culmination of everything not being in sync, starting from the top, the sporting directors around him, himself, and the players. There's no connection. It's a disconnect throughout. So he's making mistakes. You're right. He's making bare mistakes, hella mistakes. He's even having to go against what he believed in, like you said about McTominay, Maguire not being first choices, because of the whole process being in tatters, and he's not being backed. And I don't mean backed just financially, but, you know, strong decisions. Remember we had this conversation about a few weeks ago, like they can't afford to. And me and Hughie were saying, nah, when you've got to make these kind of decisions, you got to just go with it, man. And they done a semi-flush, you know, one of them ones. Let's not turn this messy, but you know, they done a semi-flush. You need to do a full flush. You get me? Otherwise, things are going to be there. Semi-flush, things are still going to be there. You know.
Wasn't that his decision though? Wasn't the semi-flush his decision?
It can't be.
Bro, that's what I'm saying, man.
He wanted a full.
He's a waffler, man.
He didn't want Maguire.
He's currently stuck with players that he didn't want to keep. He's stuck with players right now that he didn't want to keep. But what I'm saying,
you know what you do? You send them to the reserves, then, innit? You make the stance, man.
And what me and GRIZZ said back then was, if you're going to tell two players, predominantly McTominay and Maguire, you're not wanted anymore. If you're going to tell them that and the club don't sell them, fine. But you call those players back to your office and say, you're here, but you're not playing. You're not part of my plans. You have to make big statements. If you're going to steer the big ship of Man United, you have to make statements and make it clear to the dressing room, I call the shots here. I don't care if you sulk. I don't care if this, that, the other. I call the shots here. And he's not done that. All the top managers in the league, in the Premier League era, have all been able to make cutthroat decisions. And whether they prove to be right or wrong decisions, they've stood by them. You know what I'm saying? The Aubameyang at Arsenal was huge. Joe Hart at Man City was huge. I'm sure Liverpool have had theirs. I'm sure Tottenham and Chelsea have had theirs. Ten Hag, you're not showing that level of minerals, mate. You're not showing the capabilities. But who am I? You know what I mean?
Now, listen, man, he's a con artist, man. He's lied on his CV, man, and he needs to go, man. No, I'll be real, man. He's got the job, and he's lied on his CV. He said, I'm going to play this Ajax football. He's come here and changed the whole script. He said, listen, I'm only here for results. Well, we might as well just get Conte in, Mourinho. They were here for results. They were here to, you know, short-termism. I don't see anything that I see in Ajax. I don't see basic principle. I'm not saying to you bring the whole of Ajax here. I'm just saying to you, show me even possession-based football. If you watch Ajax football, especially the 18-19 team, what's Turkish doing? What the 18-19 season, yeah? Like,
what's going on?
I can't do this now. I can't do this now.
Hey,
he's on cloud 9, man. He's on cloud 9. Leave him, man. Leave him. Hay fever, man. You guys, man.
Chat think I'm into it's hay fever, people. You don't understand, man.
Hay fever, man. Come on, man. Nice, calm.
There's snow.
You know
There's literally snow in some parts of England.
Honestly, the pollen is going mad.
The pollen is pollen, bro.
Crazy. It's icy pollen, bro.
Pollen,
icy pollen, you know.
I've got deep hay fever.
Yeah, man.
Man said icy pollen.
Oh, bro.
Nah, 100%, man. But nah, listen, man. We're done out here, man. Like I said, it's just a matter of when, not if, man. This manager gets sacked in it. And listen, two things can be right, man. Yes, the players are awful. Yes, the structure is awful. But for me, this manager ain't got no clue, mate. And you know what? When you look at managers who've got a philosophy in this Premier League, Emery, better. Eddie Howe, better. There's so many managers ahead of him in terms of having a play style, man. It's actually quite scary how many managers now have a better play style and philosophy than Howe. It's just that we've got a little bit of quality that they don't have. Therefore, they don't climb up to positions as much. But their results are sustainable. They will, on the long run, the fans will know we're going somewhere. Like even Ange, you know where they're going. Yes, they look like, you know, they might get beat here and there, but you know what? They have a system, their identity. You know where we're going. Fans can be patient with that. You can't be patient with this. So that's where my head's at. Yeah, go on, Matisse. You gotta say something there.
I was just wondering if you're finished. I was just wondering if you can carry that over to the game on Wednesday and just keep that going, because we kind of need points. We need points.
No. One thing that I don't want to do, yeah. One thing that I cannot stand here is losing to Chelsea. I don't know what it is, you know. I don't mind. Obviously, I hate losing to Liverpool, yeah. I hate losing to Man City. But Chelsea, man, I don't know. It just irks me a little bit. Chelsea fans, they're too loud on social media. They're too loud as it is. So for how bad we are, I cannot lose to Chelsea. That's one thing I cannot take. You know what I'm saying? So please, United, yeah, just turn up for that night. If you can't turn up anyway, just turn up for that one night and just wing ugly. Because if we lose to them lot, Yeah, Rabbi, that's
So
it's game over.
Oh, are we doing
It's Old
predictions
Trafford, yeah,
today? We're doing predictions,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, of course, man.
brother.
Did you not hear us at the start?
Yeah,
This is
buddy.
December, bro. This is December.
Sorry, frozen pollen.
See his nose, bro. This is what I'm saying. Man, back it up.
We're just trying to back you up now. Aye, it's a Mazzalini, man.
Let me see. Let me see what the super chats are saying. We're 20 minutes in, 6.3K in the building. Let me.
You might want to like.
You haven't really talked about the game.
Try and zoom in because you might not read it properly.
No, don't worry. I got it here, man. Don't worry about that. I got it here. Like I said, hay fever. It's rubbing my eyes. Have we talked about the game enough though? Because Matisse just moved on. No, we haven't. So let me not. We'll save the super chats. Back to Man United. Because it is. Well, is it?
I think for me,
they got battered, bro.
I think
they got hammed. As per,
we battered, man. I don't know if you guys watched the game, but we got battered.
It's the same shit that happens to Man United whenever they play up against any half-decent side. The difference you see in results is purely based on the opposition's ability to finish their chances. We said this in the Everton game. That Everton 3-0, that's one of the fakest 3-0s I've seen in a minute. Like Everton could have been 2-3-0 up at half-time. Nowadays, it's actually a surprise when Man United actually like deservedly play well and punish a team. More often than not, they're scumbag in results. Even Sheffield United, they made hard work of Sheffield United, bro. Like, and I know where SAEED is because I was I was in this exact same situation when like your team's getting results and you're not playing that well, and you're like,
we should bring SAEED to the bottom row, put GRIZZ up there, and we can have like a therapy session down here. Like, obviously, let TOBS run the meeting because he's clearly in the best mental state right now, and just talk us through.
The table again?
That's what I said. Why are you coming at me for? Why are you shooting shots? I just told you you're running the meeting. You can, I'm a client in need. Do you know what I mean? Therapy is needed, and this is how you're gonna talk. You know what I mean? It's not very nice.
I just wanted to make it clear.
Yeah, you're mad.
It's mad. But yeah, I mean, for us, I mean, if we're going on to Chelsea, which
I didn't think we were going on to Chelsea, but fair enough.
Well, because the next fixture's United.
Got the next.
Actually, yeah, go on.
I mean, Newcastle, Man United. I mean, listen, this is routine, man. Like I said, I'm not being salty. I've not seen a good Man United performance all season. That's just the honest God's truth. But when it comes down to this game, we're coming off a win. But did we make hard work of it 100%? You know what I mean? We were down to 10 men for 45 minutes because another man in with the armband decided to get sent off. Two yellows. The discipline in this team is at all-time low, man.
Should have been down to 9 men.
Yeah, it's discipline on and off the pitch. Do you know what I mean?
Boy, speak on the one off the pitch.
Man. Caicedo's a lucky
boy.
boy.
One off the pitch, brother.
Yeah, off the pitch, on the pitch, discipline's moving mad. I mean, do you know what I mean? We did win. We did win. So certain duties have to be fulfilled, apparently. And you know, Jackson will get in on.
It really helped him, though, did it?
All I've really got to say,
didn't it?
He got an assist.
But that is crazy, though. When
Jackson will have the action. Do you know what I mean? Action-packed Jackson.
They call him Action Jackson for a reason, yeah.
Facts. You know, if we can't finish in front of goal, we'll finish. Let me stop, bro. We have to. GRIZZ has been saying it so much. He's been calling him Action Jackson so much that Jackson's been watching. He's like, "Yo, all right, let's do it, bro." Do you know what I mean? It was Nick Pope one week, and then it's Unholy the next, bro. It's crazy. So
streets are calling him Snow Bunny Jackson. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah?
Listen, yeah, we won the game. He can do as he pleases now. We're all fine. We just needed those points, brother. Do you know what I mean? Concentrate. But yeah, 3-2, and yeah, listen, it's not a performance where you can take like loads from it and be like, because again, it's a situation we don't want to find ourselves in. I don't want to see us down to 10 men against Man United for 45 minutes. Badia Shield was really good though, so he's coming into the United game on a bit more confidence. Reece James is back from suspension, so I'm really looking forward to seeing him back at right back, so we're not playing with centre backs across the whole line. I'm just going to ignore the chat. Enzo scored 2 goals, so again, crazy, man. Confidence levels.
You skim past that too, man. It is mad. I don't even know what you talk about, but yeah.
What do you mean? What?
That whole Jackson stuff with.
Yeah, I don't want to get into too much detail, but you know, it's not my business. But it was sadly made everyone's business when it was posted publicly. But listen, maybe it's not true. maybe it's not true. But he found his motivation, or he had his motivation, and he had a good performance. He held up the ball quite well. He assisted for the goal, which was for the second goal, I believe it was for Colwell's. It's a great header back across the goal. And yeah, listen, for me, I'm taking the positives that Mudryk was back and played decent. I'm taking the positives that Enzo really did. He had that whole midfield by himself. Like Caicedo and Gallagher were not good. Caicedo.
Agreed.
The tackling from Caicedo in this game, I really don't know how he wasn't booked. I thought he was on a yellow card. I was asking Pochettino, I was begging Pochettino through the screen to hook him off, take him off.
There was one moment he took someone out, but then I don't know why he didn't get a yellow. Like that was, I was finding it. I'm
shocked. Because we thought he was on yellow because the graphic on the game said that he was booked. Then he kept lunging into more challenges, and we were like, "What's going on? This guy's gonna get sent off. We're gonna be down to 9 men." But then come after the game now, we see, according to all the sites, Premier League, everything, he wasn't booked. It was actually Badia Shield for dissent. So I don't know how this guy left the picture without booking.
They got the brothers mixed up. You know what I mean?
In a good situation, I don't know, but I don't know how he didn't get booked. But his tackling technique wasn't great. Like first phase build up, he helped us. He got, he helped evade Brighton's press, but off the ball, it wasn't good. His positioning, it all needs to fix up. So yeah, there's some positives, there's some negatives. Sterling wasn't really that great. It was what it was, but Silva was back to being good again. So we conceded goals, but yeah, Colwell will have to take responsibility for that first one. He just let the man cut inside and score. So we're coming in a bit mixed, but I'm looking forward to the game against Man United. I've been saying the whole season that this is the game I've got my eyes on the most. I really, really, really want to beat this lot badly. Oh, I need this. I need this win. Like I'm charged, fully charged. So hopefully we can get it.
You're not the only one.
What are you charged? This has nothing to do with you, brother. Look at where we are on the table. This has nothing to do with you. You know what I mean? It's none of your business. You're in a title race. Yeah, have fun. It's funny. I was saying it the other day. The first and last time we spoke to Liverpool was in the transfer window. Genuinely, it's actually depressing.
Life's different.
Life's different, bro. We had the draw, and we took Lavia and Caicedo, and we was like, right, nice. Let's do this.
Shambles.
We not saw them since. Not saw them since. So.
I actually think I fancy you guys going to Old Trafford. I honestly do. Obviously, the state they're in, but
yeah. But the problem is with Chelsea is we've conceded so many goals. 2 goals in this game.
We do as well. We do as well, mate.
Newcastle, 4 against Man City. You know what I mean?
You create chances, right? You create chances, right? So you're going to create chances with Man United. It's just the way, if you take them or not. That's what United are doing. We're giving you chances. But obviously, you guys are not the most prolific team as well.
No. But we've been scoring a lot of goals recently. Recently, we've been scoring a lot of goals. I think we've got like 12 in the last, 3 or 4 games? Whatever it is.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, actually, maybe, 12 goals in obviously City, Newcastle. Well, sorry, City. Scored 4 against City, 4 against Tottenham, and then 3. So yeah, we're doing all right for goals, but yeah, it doesn't make me more confident in front of goal because when you have to share the goals out, you can share them out, but you also don't know if these guys individually are ever going to definitely get them. So it's a bit of a mixed bag. So yeah, we'll see. But I have hope that we can win this game. I'm not going to say I'm confident. I'm going to say I'm hopeful to keep it like that.
Let me get the super chats on United and Chelsea in before we go on to predictions. No, that's about City. Cool. Jamon said the only United that should have a representative on the Big 6 is Newcastle.
No. Yeah, it should be. Yeah.
No.
But I was still in.
No. No. Do you know what it is? I'm done playing nice with Newcastle. Matty's been moving mad. Do you know what I mean? Newcastle have been moving mad. When Leicester won the Premier League, did everybody say, "Oh, we should"? Leicester won the Premier League.
We had a debate, remember? We had a debate. Remember, we had a debate.
That was more of a debate then. That was more of a debate then. Leicester won an FA Cup. Bro, Leicester won an FA Cup.
No, but they were getting regularly top 4. They were getting regularly like in around top 4. Remember? Then we was having a chat.
Facts, but Newcastle, bro, it's too early for that talk. You're not really won anything to be coming up on the stage. Maybe Toby's position, but not mine. I'm
not your older brother, Matisse. No, not gonna view them like that.
Nah, I'm not. But listen, like I said, Toby, maybe he doesn't. Not me. I'm not going anywhere. I've won a Champions League, bro, in the last 2 years.
Why did you mention my name?
Because you haven't won anything, so potentially you might have to leave.
Yeah, but why can't you just feel your problems? The worst type of man of a man, you have to use other guys' name to solve their issues.
Because even though my team's 10th, I refuse to listen to my team being the first to leave this panel. I refuse.
The super chat was sending for United and SAEED. Matisse spoke and sent for the Spurs. It's just all mad.
You have been mid-table for nearly a year, though, Matisse. That's kind of crazy.
I hear that, but it doesn't matter.
Why?
Because when it comes to size of clubs, and this is the big six, not the top six. If you want to do the top six, go somewhere else. Go some other channel if you want to do that. Here's the big six. Shit. Yeah, big six, big clubs. I'm big.
We're big now, are we? Are Big City big now?
Bruv, I don't know about you. Talk to the rest of them. I'm big.
Next one here from Memphis saying, I'll never understand SAEED and other fans wanting Ten Hag out before sacking players like Rashford. This vicious cycle will repeat in 2025.
It's easier to sack managers and players, isn't it? That's a simple situation, mate.
100%. Let me see what's going on here. No, that's on Tottenham. I'll save that for City Tottenham, which we're going to move on to next. Coming from New York for the Chelsea United game, I'm leaving with Sutton. You put Chelsea first, so I assume you're a Chelsea fan. So yeah, I don't really care what happens in there. SAEED has proved time and time again he's a flip-flop, nothing new. Well, what have you flip-flopped on now, SAEED?
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you let me know what I flip-flopped, then I'll explain, innit? But I don't know. Let me know, man. It's very, very vague, that statement, mate. So elaborate if you can.
Mo says, the Man United such a banter club that the panel couldn't wait for Turkish to introduce the show before the cooking. I guess you guys preheated the oven. Big up.
That is true, yeah.
It's true, you know. I didn't actually for the show, but listen, we are here.
Straight in. Yeah.
JC says, if someone from this disgrace of a football club don't sack this manager tonight, I'm talking about tonight, I'll personally find him myself because I'm sick and tired of this. How about that?
Bro.
SAEED TV.
Same old, man.
17th October 2019.
Yeah. I think that was after Leicester. Might be after Leicester or West Ham. West Ham might be West Ham away.
You said something about like, I don't give a F about, was it Barcelona? Yeah, I don't give a F about Bayern Munich. How about that? How about that?
Sure.
I think it was after you lot
got
lost
that
to
one in the
Leicester.
locker as well.
No, it was Ollie, and it was like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about Leicester. I mean about Bayern. How about that? Because you know he scored the last minute goal. Was it against Bayern? He scored the last minute goal. Barcelona.
Yeah. Listen, man, them dark days, man, and it's still dark days as well, man. So
yeah, that video is.
You get me?
I've had enough, man. I've had enough.
This is why when we're doing well, I'll be shameless, man. That's why I just take it as I can. When you see me Carabao Cup shameless and all that, that's when you're gonna see it. But for now, we're in the mud. You know what I'm saying? So it's peak right now.
We've actually got another one here saying Rashford, don't get me started. Sell this kid. My man can't do the simple things, and he's asking for 200 bags a week. F off, get out this football club, mate. We are finished as a football club. SAEED, 6th of October.
Yeah, that was after Newcastle.
Man, remember the fucking
because I know what I say. Bro, if people think this is what I'm saying, people think that I just have an agenda against players. Bro, he had the same situation that happened at Newcastle the other day. Was the same situation in Newcastle the other day. He was walking around and the same thing. So yeah, man.
Footballing profit right
is what
there.
it is.
Footballing profit right there.
Is what it is, man. Is what it is.
Sometimes listen to him, always.
No, not always, because I said Harry Beckenbauer. So not always, man. You know what I mean? Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
J-Mon says, I know United argue that they prefer their position rather than Chelsea's, but Chelsea have youth and hope. United are stagnant. Core players that have been there look mid, and the signings looking mid too. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Dwayne says, when CR7 tried to tell the world about the players and club mentality, he was booted out.
You know, that one there, Ronaldo one, it's a bit of a dick.
Yeah, but you don't do that. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't do that.
I don't care if there's piss on the floor in the toilets. I don't care if the training ground facilities are in the mud. I don't care if the gym equipment doesn't work.
Why not?
Well, I don't care because it's not my club. But even still,
why don't you do that? Why not?
What?
They should have let him go in the summer.
You're the greatest player in the club's history. You can't
go on.
No, because you know why?
Let me land in it. Let me.
Go on, land.
You wouldn't take this at Liverpool, but anyway.
Let me put the question.
Exactly.
Let me build up what the story was in it. So if he's foreseen this situation at United and he's saying, "Yo, things are deeper than what they're looking. It's peak in this club. Everything is shit from top to bottom." I'm telling you, I'm Cristiano Ronaldo, and I'm telling you, this ain't right. I may not be here. I may be here. I may not be here. He's letting the world know, and it's turned out to be right or true. If someone needed to say it, someone needed to say it.
Not to Piers
Morgan.
Morgan.
Because you know, yeah. My thing was A was on Piers Morgan, so it was a wrong platform to do it on, and B he went personal against the manager when I thought for me it didn't need to go to that level. That was at the time. So I'm not going to, just because now I'm still Ten Hag out, I'm not going to flip-flop and say, yo, listen, Ronaldo's right and Ten Hag was wrong. No, I'm going to keep the same energy. At that time, I felt like it was wrong the way he went about it. He could have went about it differently. And I felt like at the end, it was justified for him anyway, because at the end of the day, he got himself mutually, the contract was gone, so he got himself sacked, basically. So, yeah, man, listen, man, I can't lie. I do agree with the bigger picture, what he said, though. He's spot on. But the way he said it, I'm not right with that.
Just he went back now. I assume he would have done his due diligence on the club before he went back. If would he not have discovered a lot of these issues before he re-signed for the club and said, "Nah, I don't want that," or was it just panic stations?
Well, money talks, bro. Money talks.
Just because you're correct, like in terms of he wasn't wrong in what he said, doesn't mean you can say it. Like contractually, you're obligated to hold yourself to a certain level, and if your club's going to be in any way holds itself to some sort of serious manner, you can't have players just left, right, center doing interviews and saying whatever they want. That's just wild. So, nah, man.
Adam says the man really said we scored a goal, but it was offside, so it could have been a draw. What, brother? My head went to Jupiter when I heard that. This Ten Hag is worse than the Tinder swindler, hush puppy in disguise. Big up, Adams, man. Hope you're good, my bro. Mo says, Saeed, if you want to feel better about United, you might need to ask Turkish about getting hay fever. Nah. I wouldn't wish hay fever on anyone. I'm telling you. Man.
That's true.
Do you know what's crazy? I actually have hay fever, and not once in the summertime did I see this guy suffer from hay fever. So I'm just shocked that all of a sudden...
Yeah, yours acted up badly in New York, didn't it, Tubbs?
I'm just shocked that he's got hay fever all of a sudden.
I've had hay fever since I was 19 years old, bro.
So why have we never seen it?
I told you it happens more in winter. It's icy pollen.
Icy pollen. I'm gonna Google icy pollen.
Is that the street language? Is that what they call it on the street these days? Yeah,
that's a street. Yeah, that's a street one.
That is probably something. I can't lie. It sounds like.
So if I go outside and ask for icy pollen, yeah, I'm getting a real good.
If you see icy pollen, ask them where they got that name from, because I need some change off of the back of that, because that's quite a niche name. It's quite a niche name. Where are we? Any more on United or Chelsea? Nima says Matisse, Aston Villa have won a European Cup as well. They deserve to be in the Big Six over Chelsea.
It's recent history, brother.
Mavic says big shout out to SAEED TV and his cheesy intro video on his channel. He left them.
And it left them media studies and lifestyle. What?
Yeah, Mavic Warrior, just a dickhead warrior, man. Get him off the screen, man.
No, because that's he might know me because that was my nickname in school. So I don't know, he might know me. Does he mean
what was your nickname in school?
Yeah, but if he knows you, he's not being very polite.
What part was your nickname in school?
No.
Yeah, let's clarify this. What was your nickname in school?
Cheesy.
Cheesy was my nickname in school, but I don't understand. Yeah, is he trying to say it's cheesy intro, or is it the cheese? It just means cheesy as me.
Said like that.
Yeah. Actually, that was my nickname. So that's why when I seen that, I was like, hold on a minute, he might actually know me here.
You call yourself cheesy?
That's not.
I didn't call myself cheesy. Someone else in my school to call me cheesy, and the next thing you know, the whole school used to call me cheesy. So that's what he was. I don't know.
You're finished. You're finished. You're finished. You're finished.
What do you mean finished? That was just my nickname in school.
You're finished.
That's all
Why
it
did
was.
you let that slip,
Cheesy.
brother?
Why did you let that
Hughie,
slide?
Hughie, he's
Nah, it's
finished.
calm. I'm not asked anyway.
Bro,
That's
you've
just memories,
you've
innit?
just
I'm not
put
really
that on
bothered.
yourself for life.
Social media is gonna
nah.
wrap you. Wrap
Bro,
you.
it's calm, man. What?
Breaking news right here, man. This is what I'm saying. Cheesy.
The thing is, that when I seen that, I was like, hold on a minute, cheesy, right? This guy know me and that. Like, that's what I was thinking it was, man. But I'm not asked anyway, man. That's just high school memories. You know what I'm saying? Like, what happened in high school stays high school, innit?
It ain't cheesy.
It ain't cheesy.
Young cheesy.
Cheesy, man.
That's the winner.
Easy
Honestly, like,
TV.
it got
That's
to
the winner.
point where my name. Nobody knew my name, and everyone just called me cheesy.
Hey,
Until I went to
cheesy.
college. You know what I mean?
Cheesy.
So
It ain't cheesy.
funny, man.
It ain't cheesy.
We got
Oh
a few more
gosh.
here. Bloomberg says, as much as the players and board are to blame, Ten Hag isn't doing himself any favors with most of these signings. They've not panned out. Bar Martinez.
I think Casemiro's been a good one. Casemiro's been a good signing for large parts. Obviously, it's just not worked out because I think he's been absolutely shot up in terms of his fitness, man. You know what I mean? I'll be real with you. But yeah, I'll say them two for me, definitely.
Memphis says, GRIZZ is praying that United don't sack Ten Hag before Anfield. And TOBS World says, don't blame Ten Hag. SAEED, tell me which player performed on Saturday. Fans are so quick to send managers out. United players not playing for the badge. Yeah, but TOBS, I mean, before SAEED even speaks, he did mention that, you know, you drop certain players, do certain things where maybe you can build some of the trust back, but he's not doing that either. So someone has to be blamed. And then to be honest with you, SAEED does blame the people above more than anything. It's just that it's near enough impossible to get owners out of the club. Near enough impossible. So you've got to work your way down to see who you can potentially get out, you know, because it can upset the car, and maybe then when the car's rebuilt, it's rebuilt in a good way. But yeah, why am I backing United? I'm not really backing. But let's move.
Nah, it's reality, man. Reality.
Get into your head.
Listen, let me bring up the prediction table, because whilst TOBS is on a roll, he might as well smile some more.
Roll. Oh, okay. I thought it was a lot of damage more than that. Okay, not too bad. I thought it was more damage than
it's
that.
only really TOBS that had a banger, really. Everyone else was in.
We had two perfect scores, innit? Two perfect scores.
No, just one. He got a point in every
just
game.
one.
The games.
Okay.
Yeah, because he said Tottenham would get a point, didn't he?
Okay.
Yeah. Nobody thought it would happen, but fair play to him.
Turkish being dethroned, you know, that's crazy.
I need
Wow,
points.
wow.
You got to keep it entertaining, man.
GRIZZ, brother, when are you gonna?
When are you gonna?
Are we gonna get a move on here?
I'm not saying that.
GRIZZ, call it a day, man.
Well.
We should have a relegation zone, man. To say, you know,
GRIZZ,
man.
you need to get a move on, brother.
Yeah,
nearly halfway point. One correct score. You're gonna get 2 for the whole season. Out of how many games?
let me say what the table is for the audio listeners. TOBS is now top, 8 correct scores, 67 points. I'm in second, 10 correct scores, 63 points. SAEED's in third, 60.7 correct scores. MATISSE, 7 correct scores, 58 points. HUGH's got 4 correct scores, 51 points, and GRIZZ has 1 correct score and only 48 points as it stands. So now TOBS has to kick us off with the predictions for the first time this season.
Oh,
It feels good to be here. Chelsea away to Man United. Whew, God. I don't know, man.
yeah, that's funny.
Not nice going first, is it?
See how you know he's a Spurs fan?
Now Chelsea, you know it is Chelsea. I watched them against Brighton, and they just they're still quite smelly. But,
Brighton.
I watched them against Brighton. They're still quite smelly. I'm gonna go for a Chelsea win, though. I think United are gash, man. I'm gonna go for Chelsea 2-1.
2-1 Chelsea. I'm gonna go for 2-2. SAEED.
1-0 United.
1-0 Matisse.
3-1 Chelsea.
Rah!
One, you know.
Say no more.
Just stretch at the same time. You casually said it.
Yo,
We
man,
will be
City's
there.
coming out now.
We will be there.
We will be there.
Yeah, we will be there.
Oh, we will be there. Win or lose, somebody's getting dunked on.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Man United haven't drawn a game this season, so someone's winning.
Yeah, that's true as
You.
well. Because it's probably going to pick.
This is one of the toughest ones of the season so far. You know, this prediction. I'm gonna say 2-1 Chelsea.
2-1 Chelsea. Yeah. GRIZZ.
Matisse, no draw, no.
No one's drawn. No, Man United have not drawn a game. Once.
Man United not drawn a game, man.
Gonna draw
1-1.
eventually.
1-1.
1-1.
This guy does not help himself, man. Now, you honest, man. You don't help yourself, man.
Don't worry, GRIZZ. I'm with you. Just to round off the scores, me and GRIZZ have gone for draws. GRIZZ has gone 1-1. I've gone 2-2. Hugh's gone for a Chelsea win 2-1. Exactly the same as TOBS 2-1. Matisse has gone 3-1. And SAEED's gone for a 1-0 United win. So only one person's predicted a home win for United. Crazy. But we move. Love to everyone. 7.7k in the building. Hit the like button. I couldn't introduce the show, so please hit the like button. Let me see how many likes we are on. 1.3k already, basically. Just under 1.3k. Let's get to 2k, people, if we can, because there's 7.7 here. Subscribe if you haven't. Road to 50k. I think we're just over 2k away from hitting 50k. We're hoping to start the new year 2024 with 50k. Only you guys and girls can make that possible. Share, tell a friend to tell a friend, tag us, do all of that stuff. Make sure you're subscribed yourself. Sometimes you're not subscribed, and you know all you got to do is just scroll down and do it. Well, let's move. Next fixture. Well, I say next fixture. It was the fixture I was going to start with, but like that super chat said, United just started getting ripped, and you know it went left. But we moved. City, Tottenham. I don't know. I think maybe start with TOBS on this one because I guess you're the you're the happier of the two.
Very happy. I mean, obviously, people are going to clown us and say, "Oh my God, you didn't win! You didn't win!" I know I didn't win. I know we didn't win, but that was a good result, man. That was a very good result, all things considered. I think to be honest, we're fortunate that Man City just didn't have their finishing boots on in the first half because. Some of the chances that they missed in the first half, I can't believe that Haaland miss. It was mental. But I also think we were architects of our own downfall. Even every single goal we conceded is literally us giving the ball away to Man City. And I think it's a consequence of the style that we wanted to play under Ange Postecoglou. But I'm all for it, man. I'm all for it because ultimately that's what enabled us to get a foothold back into the game.
Can you turn your mic up, TOBS?
Can you not hear me? Is that better? Is this better?
I can hear you fine, but there was a super chat earlier, and there's a few people.
Yeah, is this better? Is that better?
Yeah. Well, I can hear you anyway.
I can hear you properly, but it depends on the.
It's just a chat. It's just a chat that was in. Yeah.
It's right.
You're fine. Yeah. You're fine now. Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, no. So I think Man City they failed to put us away in the first half, and I think. To be honest, he took off Brian Hill, put Kulusevski on the wing, put Brennan Johnson left wing, and put Højbjerg in the midfield. And I felt like in the second half, it's like we were able to play through Man City's press much better, man. Like we were routinely like stringing some passages of play together and actually like working the ball quite well into their half. And when we got our equalizer, I'm not gonna lie, like it felt like it was coming. I don't know if anyone else agrees with that. I felt like at the time in which we scored the second goal, it felt like it was coming, basically. Like it was a culmination of the hard work we had put in the second half. And the Jack Grealish goal, I mean, City do what they do best, man. Like they capitalized, they pounced on Basuma, pressed him, we turn over the ball, and they go and they score 3-2. And I'm thinking, we've blown it. And mate, Kulusevski dunking on Ake at the end, man. Oh my days. The away end went crazy. Absolutely crazy, man.
It's mad because we clowned you for going, but you must have had a good time.
Yeah, man.
Again, back to back.
Man. This is like free. Honestly, I tweeted it yesterday. The last 3 times I've been to the Etihad, yesterday free. The last time the game before yesterday, the 3-2, Harry Kane scoring a brace. The game before that was the Champions League. So I feel like I don't know if I'm purposely doing it by like picking the ones where like I know, okay, you know what, we're the underdog, but I can feel a little something. So I'm gonna go in it. So yeah, man, I was delighted. But as I said, and all props to Ange Postecoglou, man. I know obviously people are clowning me yesterday. Someone put the tweet up. I said for Hugh, but mate, he's a superb manager, man. Honestly, like Lo Celso, I was calling Lo Celso Hush Puppy last season. I said he's a bigger fraud than Hush Puppy. And Lo Celso is all of a sudden 2 goals in 2 and has been one of our best players in our last two performances. A back four of Ben Davies, Porro, Destiny, Emerson, midfield of Højbjerg, Bissouma, Lo Celso, attack of Brian Hill. Mate, we've got like 4 or 5 players, starters missing, like 3 or 4 bench options missing. And we've gone to Man City and we've actually played some good stuff despite the onslaught that we received in the first half, man. He's a brilliant manager, man. And as I said last week, I'm doubling down. Like, we need to give him everything he needs, man. Because if we give him what he needs, I think he's going to end our trophy drive. In fact, I'm so sure he's going to end it, man. Top manager. Top manager.
I definitely would feel that way, man. Honestly, guys, man, this Angie, I know we had a lot of kind of perceptions of would he do it. This guy is relentless in his philosophy, man. And, he didn't shy away, man. I thought when I seen that Emerson and Davies, I thought they're going to get smacked up, man. But they didn't. And I know they had chances in the first half. But I feel like for me, what you got to give credit to Ange is that he's persistent with his philosophy. And the quote from Kulusevski was good, in the fact that he said, he wants them to play football, like keep carrying on playing football. I've got to commend Ange, especially Tottenham, man. Lo Celso balled out, I thought Porro was excellent. Pedro Porro. Yep, excellent. So,
and I have to say, like,
go on, Matisse, go on.
Sorry, I said this earlier, but like, if they don't play how they've played in the last few games, they don't play like that at the Etihad. Like, you can't sit back against Villa and play a low block and then have the courage and the confidence to go and play like that at the Etihad. And this is why, even with the injuries, he's just continuously kept playing that way of football. Because if you don't believe in your own philosophy as a manager and you bottle it basically and say, right, I'm gonna low block it now, we got a few players missing, then the rest of the team are not gonna believe it either when you're trying to tell them to do it and coach them to do it and whatnot. So his persistence has been impressive. Like, they are going to lose some games, they are going to concede some goals, but like I said before, Tottenham are not results based right now. Tottenham are not about we must win the league. Tottenham don't need to win the league. They don't need to win every game. That's not their That's not their MO. That's not the.
Even if we had lost, even if we had got beat yesterday, like 3-4-1, like, we're at a stage now where I said this weeks back, we've built up enough of a buffer where we can afford to lose games and still be in the mix. We've not won in 4, and we're 1 or 2 points off top 4. We play Newcastle on Sunday. We play West Ham on Thursday. If we win both those games, Newcastle are directly below us. West Ham are, I don't know, a couple points behind us as well, man. Like, Spurs were in a position where we could afford to drop points. This season is more about him changing the style. Like, if I had to go back to what one of the main objectives was this season, it was not just to get back into the top 6, but can you take us from a team who played in transition and focused on what we did off the ball to what we do on the ball? The results have come sooner, but the style is what's most important this season. So when people are saying, oh, change your style, like, I can understand not playing a crazy high line when you're 9 men versus 11, but when it's 11v11, this is literally what we hired him for. We hired him to change the way we're playing. So we would be hypocrites if we're then saying, okay, no, the first moment of danger, I'll change it. No. And SAEED hit the nail on the head. His Kulusevski's press conference, when he was like, guys, like, just play your stuff. Like, he said that Andrew was angry at halftime because, yes, he made the substitution at halftime, but most importantly, the reason why we were struggling in the first half is because we kept giving the ball away. Constantly, literally giving the ball away because, I don't know, like, some players were nervous, etc. He said, play your game. And second half, like, they played, bro. They played, and that's all we can ask for, right? Some games it comes off, some games it doesn't come off. Like, We're gonna lose more games this season, but in all honesty, I think we're in safe hands, man. And I said this after the Villa game. That Villa game, people were expecting me to be angry. I've just seen us pepper Aston Villa for the most part, with half our team missing. How can I be angry at the manager? It don't make sense. But that's a Spurs perspective. I think from a Man City perspective, and I want to hear Hugh's thoughts on this. From a Man City perspective, I'd be fuming.
Even from a neutral, even from a
go on.
Before Hughie goes and gives us the whole
the chances as well.
Yeah,
I
before
think
Hughie goes,
killed the game off in the first half, and then that decision at the end was nonsense, man. Absolute nonsense.
I was gonna say before Hughie goes off on the City perspective. Look, I get it. If as a Spurs fan, I'd be passing. And Toby, we were asking about his wisdom about going to the game, but that must have been one of the atmospheres of all time. Getting a result with your squad and the way you played in that second half and carried on playing the brave football that you tried. But I couldn't believe Man City weren't 4-5-1 up. I could not believe what I was watching, man. Like, we can praise Spurs and all of you have. So I'm going to give the other side a little bit, not to balance it up, but just to give a neutralish, look on it. And before Hughie gives the City perspective, that was chance after chance after chance. Like City, I've never seen City miss that many chances. No. We've seen City miss chances like that before, but not in the Haaland era. Absolutely not in the Haaland era, because Haaland is like a machine, like almost, and the chances he misses.
He's a volume. He misses a lot of chances though. Haaland, you guys are not understanding Haaland's game. As much as he scores a lot of goals, he's a volume. Sorry.
Oh, we don't understand Haaland's game, no?
I'm just saying, like, people are surprised though when people say, "Oh, he misses a lot of chances." He does miss a lot of chances though.
He has missed chances this season. He has, but usually he gets away with it because he keeps getting chances. And then he scores.
But this season it's not been as much.
And I'm not saying this to shit on Spurs, because Spurs, we get he's going to play like that wherever he goes, and big him up for that, man, and support him for that. Because that's what, if you're not serious about winning stuff, then the next best thing is entertainment business. At least be entertained with the football that you play. At least enjoy going to the game. But City should have been, I mean, I don't know, Hughie. I don't know how you think your team played overall. I think you played very well, man. In about 70% of that game, you played bloody good. But the chances were just missed off.
Not so much. First half,
fair enough. Yeah, fair enough.
I don't even know how it was 2-1. You know that meme? You see that guy with the beat up face, and the caption is, "You should have killed me when you had the chance," or something like that. You know what I'm talking about? That's how I felt in the first half. I was like, "Yo, like what?" And I even tweeted, "I'm like, yo, we're actually very fortunate that this isn't a cricket score now. Like, we still got a threat and transition. Let's try and play better in the second half and see if we can get something." Because clearly, Man City didn't have the bit between their teeth yesterday, man, and it showed in their finishing. It did.
Hugh, the goals being leaked, is that something of concern or?
Yes and no. Listen, I said in the preview of this game, I said it's gonna be trickier than you lot think. I don't care how many injuries Tottenham have. The style of play and the persistence and the way Ange wants to play football, it has proven tricky for us. And I listed off a load of teams, some of them not even Big Six, that have given us real problems playing this hyper-aggressive, in-your-face football. And I've got results. I said it's high risk, high reward. Tottenham could have got slapped 7-0. Instead, they came with a 3-3 because they were brave and they stuck to their game plan. And you got to give them credit for that, for executing it. But from our perspective, it's disappointing. It is really, really, really disappointing. And I don't know, is there a treble hangover? I don't know, is there complacency involved? That's totally up to everybody else to decide. But it's not normal for a Pep Guardiola Manchester City team to be just switching off for 20-25 minutes in the game to the level we do. Like the first half, I thought we were fantastic, and it was almost similar to the Liverpool game. We could have scored 4 or 5 goals, but we didn't. We missed big chances and so on and so forth. But we're 2-1 up, and I'm thinking this is the make or break point. This is where either you do what the treble winners do and you score 3, 4, and 5 and put that game to bed and we all go away happy, or else you do what we did and you switch off and you let Tottenham back into the game. It's not good enough. It's simply not good enough. The defense is leaking goals, and I can talk all I want about, no John Stones and no Kevin De Bruyne, There was more than enough quality on that pitch to beat that Tottenham team. I'm sorry, there was more than enough quality on the pitch to beat that Tottenham team. So to come away with a 3-3 draw is really disappointing. To have 3 draws in a row is really, really disappointing, considering like the Chelsea game, chaotic game. I was kind of like, wow, that's just one of those days. Liverpool game felt like a loss because I thought we deserved to win that game. Tottenham game felt like a loss because I think we deserved to win that game, but we didn't. You know what I mean? Football doesn't always give you what you deserve. So yeah, you just can't switch off like that. I mean, I can harp on about the decision to Simon Hooper one, but I'm bored of these conversations, man. I'm bored of saying the officiating's crap and, you know, this decision, that decision. If you want my opinion, it is bollocks, absolute bollocks that he can say play on and then decides he's going to pull it back.
Yeah, I don't know why.
There's no guarantee.
That was a baffling decision. I can't believe it, man. Hey, listen, I'm a United. And I don't want City to win, yeah. But for me, the referee is so incompetent. But it was a referee at Tottenham game, Liverpool game, wasn't he? Was he not the same referee?
Bro, I don't care. Man. I don't care. There's no guarantee. There's no guarantee Grealish would have even gone to score that goal. It's just the fact that we were, you know, we weren't given the chance. We weren't given the chance to see how it would have played out, which Simon Hooper originally said. But I'm not using that as an excuse because City's performance simply wasn't good enough. And you saw the frustrations at the end from Haaland and Pep and the players all surrounding the referee. No doubt that Simon Hooper's decision influenced that anger. But I know for a fact a huge amount of that anger stems from our own performance. Those players know that was not good enough. They know that was not the standard of this Manchester City team. And they know that's not acceptable. They know that's not acceptable. But the only caveat to the whole situation is I think we are the one team in this title race that can have this kind of period and not start panicking. You know what I'm saying? I did my review last night and I was fuming at the performance. I was saying that's not good enough. I was fuming at Simon Hooper, calling him a prick and that the other. But at the same time, I was like, do I think we're out of this Premier League race? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because I think we've shown more than anybody else in this panel. We are capable of turning around any sort of calamity at the beginning of the season. Liverpool, we've been 10 points behind at Christmas, gone on to win the league. Arsenal, 247 days on top, we've gone on to win the league. We've had Kevin De Bruyne injured. We've had John Stones injuries. We've proved it before. With that said, I'm not willing to rely on that. I'm still calling out the performance saying that's not good enough. Some things need to change. I think there's tactical issues. I think Pep has made some selection issues. I don't call that out very often. I don't criticize Pep very often. Akanji in the midfield doing the John Stones role, bin it. It's not
bin
for
that
me.
shit, bro.
It's not for me,
bro.
bro. I rate, listen, let me land on this one. I mean this genuinely. I rate Akanji for what he's come in and what he was meant to do, what he was meant to provide. He was meant to come in as a fifth choice centre back. He was meant to come in, give us cover. 50 million is what it is. He exceeded that. But if you think he can step into that John Stones role, who is a Rolls Royce of what he does, you're wrong. You're wrong. I think Pep needs to tweak this system until John Stones is fit and ready to come back and do that role. Kyle Walker, stop going up the pitch, mate. You're not able to do that. You're not a creator. You're not an attacker. Stay back and lock down the wingers. I don't need you going up the pitch. Because one of the reasons we are getting hit in the counter by Chelsea's and Liverpool's and Tottenham's, it's because there's no one fucking back there. Doku was the last man for Tottenham's first goal. How's he meant to be there?
Walker's dropped off, bro, those last couple of games. Walker, for one of your goals, Walker, I think for the third goal, Walker is not trying to stop the cross at all. And this is a guy that we talk about defensively locking people down. These errors that he's been making in the last 2-3 weeks, if it was obviously Trent, like, yeah, it would get brought up. But with Walker, it just goes under the radar. This guy's last couple of weeks in big games, he's just been bricking it. Vardy,
bro, Kyle Walker, if we're playing Vinicius or Mbappe, I still want him. But these 100%. Possession. These games where we are dominating possession and we're creating chances and we're on the front foot most of the time, I don't need you up there, mate. I don't need you up the pitch. You know what I'm saying? You're not.
But you know what it is though.
You're not.
Ain't it about the midfield though? Ain't it about the midfield though?
I slated Trent last week. Trent can do that. Trent, you go up and do your thing in attack. Kyle Walker, that's not you. That's not
also,
you. You are a 1v1 beast when it comes to defending. So it's kind of like, what are you doing, man?
I don't like Vardy at left back either. Like I feel like Vardy is a centre back. It's one. He's
not ready though. He's not ready.
I know he's played left back before, but what do you mean he's not ready? The brother's been playing.
Guardiola said he wasn't ready. He said he wasn't ready.
Why is he not ready?
I don't know. Did Guardiola not say that, Hughie? Did Guardiola say that? He's not ready, is it?
He's not
Because
ready.
Well,
the
there you
thing
go
is
then.
with Diaz, right? When Diaz goes out wide to defend, it doesn't look pretty. Do you know what I mean? Like he's better defending the penalty box. But
He's a box defender, yeah.
Vardy was actually meant to be good at defending wide areas, but that's from centre back. When I watched him at Leipzig, he was defending at centre back, and then he would come into the wide areas, and he's brilliant on the board as well. So I don't understand why.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, he's playing in left back, but for me, City have not had left backs for years. They've always been using centre backs at left back, but I preferred Ake at left back, and I thought he'd stay at left back, and then obviously you put Vardy at centre back. So.
And he
brought on Ake.
Yeah.
But my thing is,
I get your point.
Ake was really good last season. Ake was good last season, though.
I think
I want Ake and Vardy to play. I want
just play both of them. Yeah.
Stop playing Kyle Walker, man, and play the 4 centre halves. Do the 4 centre halves. Give us as much defensive solidity as possible while John Stones isn't around. And look, just moving slightly forward to Wednesday night, we're playing Villa. Do you know what I'm saying? We're playing Villa, who are flying really
that's
high
tough,
right
you
now.
know, man.
For Villa, lads, listen
tough.
to this, yeah? We have no Rodri. We have no Grealish. We have no Doku. We have no John Stones. We have no Kevin De Bruyne. We have a thin squad as it is. Do you know what I'm saying?
You know, the last time they lost the game at home was against Arsenal, and that was last season. What time was it? That's the last game they've lost at home, Villa. So
I think City beat them personally.
That's Villa have won like the last 13 or 14 at home. So
14 games, yeah.
I still back us to win. I still back us to win because what's so unique, or not unique, but so good about this city, something good they've showed so many times over the last 6-7 years, is when some adversity comes our way or a bad period comes along, we always seem to follow it up with a big performance or pull out a big statement win that, you know, maybe you wouldn't expect. Something always kickstarts it. Like the Chargers kickstarted last year. Kevin De Bruyne getting injured kickstarted it another year. I just hope they use this as fuel to the fire kind of thing, and they step up and click into that gear. The word in the street is, I was speaking to Big Steve on the Big Steve show on City Extra later on. He was saying he's heard from within the camp that the players were absolutely fuming with themselves after the Tottenham game and the Liverpool game, which is good to hear. I was glad to see them angry after the game. I was glad. Listen, you saw the United players leaving St. James's Park after they got slapped up. They just walked off nonchalant. At least my players showed they were fucking fuming. They had a bit of passion about them. They're a bit angry. So I like to see that. I'm glad to see that. And it gives me a little bit of kind of, all right, go and take that anger again. Bring it into Wednesday. Bring that anger with you to Wednesday. Your back's against the wall. You can see the 10 goals in 4 games. You've drawn 3 in a row to Big 6 clubs. Go to Villa Park where they're rampant and make a statement. Use that anger.
With no Rodri.
But no, bro, I don't know what to do. Listen, Pep should pull.
Who's playing in midfield?
Pep
Calvin Phillips Rise. Calvin Phillips Rise.
And he should say to Calvin Phillips, bro, you're leaving in January. You're leaving in January. We all know this. Put yourself in the shop window and find yourself a goddamn club. This is your opportunity. Go and play like your life depends on it. And
might have a better midfield than Man City on Tuesday or Wednesday. You know what I mean? Let's be real. They might have a better midfield than you lot with Douglas Luiz, McGinn, and what's his name, Kamara. They might outnumber you in there. They might try and box you in, man. I can't lie. For me, that midfield is sorted. I know, even with Rodri, I don't think for me Alvarez and Bernardo work. There's not enough physicality in there, and I think for me, don't get me wrong, Basuma was for me the goals that because the terrible mistakes was mad, but it felt like they had physicality in there. I think right now Rodri's having to do a lot. Go there, go there, go there. And then Bernardo Silva and Alvarez, they're forward-thinking players. So I feel like, listen, I don't know when that guy's back here, but his physicality maybe is needed and his ball-carrying abilities. The Portuguese done.
The system we're playing doesn't suit the players we have available. People don't appreciate the relationship between Rodri and John Stones enough. Those two are like telepathic. When Rodri goes forward, John Stones knows what pocket he needs to drop into. When Stones goes forward, Rodri knows where he needs to be. Akanji doesn't know that role, and that's no fault of his own. He only joined us last season. John Stones is a product of 6-7 years of understanding Pep's philosophy, understanding what Pep wants him to do, and adapting to the whole culture of the way we play. Akanji's not mentally, he doesn't have it up there for that right now. He's not with us long enough. So my whole thing is go back to the 4 centre halves, drop Kyle Walker, and get Akanji out of that midfield, brother. I don't need you up there. I don't need you trying to join Rodri. Fix it up. Put a DM in there. Put 2 8s, and then you're front.
So who are you going to play at right back then against Villa?
No, at right back, I go Rico Lewis personally. I go Rico Lewis.
Even Rico Lewis does a better job.
If you're going to do the inverted player, which Pep will, Rico Lewis. He's an England
Rico.
international now. Got man of the match for England. He scored Champions League goals. He's a bundle of energy. He's
Good
high
player.
pressing. He's aggressive. I play Rico Lewis. Fuck it, why not?
Yeah, but then with Aston Villa, you got Zanio. Depending on who
He's
they
shit.
Play. No, he's not good, but
he's not great, man. He's not great.
I'm saying from a physical.
At least say someone good like Bailey or something.
No, listen, from a physical perspective, you got Zaniolo, Watkins, and McGinn who are gonna hug that left channel, right? So, is it really wise putting Rico Lewis up against these physical monsters, bro? Like the Aston Villa are a very physical team. They're a big team, right? So I don't know. I feel like as poor as Kyle Walker's playing, I don't think you should be dropping him for this game personally. I don't know
who else you put there. I don't know. You could put a Kanji in there if he's done it before, but I just think give it to Rico. Southgate called him up, played very well for England. He plays well for us whenever he comes on. If you're good enough, you're old enough. And he knows the system. He's a product of our academy, and our whole academy teams, they all play the Pep Guardiola way, so he knows what he has to do.
Academy
he knows
hype,
what
man.
job.
For
when
me,
he's getting bench pressed by Ollie Watkins, him being part of the 1894 academy is not going to mean shit, man. Let's be real. Let's just listen. I get your point, and I think he should go back to a back four. This whole the centre back into the midfield thing, I think at this point he needs to realize that it only works that well because John Stones is sort of a unicorn in terms of what he was offering Man City. But I don't even think it's just that, right? When I was speaking to Steve on the phone, obviously Grealish is suspended, but like he was like, why is he playing Alvarez in the 10? Like,
yeah, I don't
surely
like
that.
Bro,
you know me, my criticism of Jack Grealish, but I think that
They said he was an ex-Aguero, didn't he? Well, why is he playing in that role, man?
He's trying to get them both
Alvarez is a good player. Alvarez is a good player, but he's
I
not
would invest in, but I'm just saying, like that's what the plan was. But Haaland's never going to be.
Yeah,
he's not a
Grealish, though. It seems like something's happened though with Grealish.
The thing is, Toads, right? When Alvarez plays, when Alvarez starts, I look at City's bench. They have no striker on the bench. Barely any forwards. Amount of times I've seen City's bench, and the most forward-thinking player they've got on there is Oscar Bob, and that's it. Like, I don't know if they're going to persist with this. They need to bring in another striker in January, because I remember City when they had Aguero, Edin Dzeko. You know, they had like 4 strikers.
At one stage, we had Balotelli, Dzeko, Aguero, and Tevez all at once.
Yeah,
I'm saying,
I know he doesn't. I know Pep doesn't play 2 strikers, but he does clearly, because at the moment it's 4-4-2. So we need to see him. We need to see more strikers on the bench if you're going to do this.
I said before the season started, bro. I said, you know, before we had any adversity or down periods, I still said the squad's light. We'd signed Kovacic, we'd signed Nunes, we'd signed Vardiol, we'd signed whoever else. I said this squad's light, particularly from the midfield up. I said there's not enough attacking options. And this season, we're competing for 6-7 trophies. You know, we've got the Club World Cup coming up. And then I look at the period after Christmas. If we have ambitions of genuinely retaining the Champions League, genuinely trying to retain the Premier League, FA Cup, whatever. Like, I particularly look at the period in March. We have Arsenal at home. We've got United at home. The Champions League quarterfinals around then. We've Anfield away not far around then too. Listen, chat are going to go crazy at me for this now. We just turned over record revenues. There's big cash in the pot. Go and spend some of that in January. Get whoever else we need. City have this thing. It's like it damages our pride when we have to go and buy in January. I know for a fact the board members feel it's a sign that you've not prepared for your season properly. Fuck it. Go and get some players in January. Give ourselves the best opportunity to win the major trophies.
But I think you've hit the nail on the head though. I don't think. Listen, I still back Man City to win the league, but I don't think you did prepare for your season properly, man. Like,
100%. Even though they just want to treble.
The players that you sold, you didn't bring enough of an offensive threat back into the team. Doku was the only, in my opinion, like out and out like attacking player that you brought in, and you're losing. How many goals did Gundogan score for you last year? Like, obviously, I'm not even taking a piss now, but you spoke about how influential Gundogan was for some of the trophies you won. We know that Kevin De Bruyne is good for missing a couple of months each season, and then you sell Riyad Mahrez, who's getting double digits in goals, double digits in assists, and has the panache as well. Like we said this in the summer, the profile player that Man City went for, obviously, you may not see the benefit straight away. Maybe Pepper's cooking something, but like there are also immediate improvements that you should have made to your team that he didn't make. I would go back to the Matías Núñez signing. I'm just sorry, like don't see it. I'm sorry.
They wanted
I don't-
Paqueta. They wanted Paqueta at first.
Yeah,
I said it with Nunes. I
He
don't
had and
see it.
still
Yeah,
have
yeah.
personal
and then
terms
they move
agreement
on to
with
sign
Paqueta.
Nunes. That's two different players.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I
Two
didn't see it with
players,
Nunes.
yeah.
But
No, with
different
Nunes,
players.
with Nunes,
When they
Tobes, the
wanted
word in
Harry
the club.
Maguire. Sorry, go on.
No, sorry, I could have crossed you, bro. Go on.
Sorry, one sec. Sorry, someone's calling me. Sorry.
Right, man's taking phones on the show, you know. What's going on here, man?
I'm trying to beef me about my squad while taking phone calls. You know how
Yo,
crazy that
Hugh,
Is that your frozen pollen dealer?
Hugh, are you still
Nah.
thanking us for the
Right,
Palmer
right now.
for the Palmer money? Are you still thanking us for the Palmer
Listen,
money?
the thing is, I actually agree with everything Tobes just said, and he kind of just said what I said the first time round, which was I felt the squad was light. I don't think we prepared for the season properly. I felt there wasn't enough in the attacking areas of the pitch. There wasn't enough depth. I understand the signing of Matheus Nunes, and the word within the club is just from people who, you know, through the grapevine have said that Matheus Nunes is really, really impressing on the training pitch. He's doing a fantastic job on the training pitch, but it's just about getting him ready for the match kind of thing. I don't know. That's just the word. So you just have to wait and see in that one. But Kovac or Gundo and Mahrez were the two massive losses that needed immediate replacing as best as possible.
Yeah.
Like that game against Tottenham, the 3-3, that was the kind of game where a Gundo or a Mahrez scores a goal or two.
You
know, Mahrez
Actually,
did.
Gundo won.
Mahrez
Mahrez
literally
did
came
last
on the
season.
pitch in the same fixture last season and iced the game. Iced it, bro. Literally, iced the game. And
Palmer
Man City won 4-2.
could have been your Mahrez, bro. I'm telling
Oh,
you.
I didn't want Palmer sold. There's video
He was
evidence.
scoring a couple goals at the start of the season. He could have
I
been.
didn't
He
want
could have had a
Palmer
breakout
sold.
season at City, man. I'm
Hey,
telling
man,
you.
he's scoring pens for Chelsea though.
It's
No,
fair
Yeah,
to
but
say-
for City, he was scoring some bangers, bro. Like he could have had a
He
breakout
was.
season.
between.
Could
He was.
have had a breakout season.
It's fair to say, Hugh, you're a lot more concerned now than you was this point last season, because I don't think your points wise you're far off, if not in and around the same points tally after 14 games. But your tone when talking about City last season was always confident in terms of, you know, nonchalant. We're gonna bounce back regardless. It doesn't matter if we're 3 points behind, 5 points behind. Tonight, you've been quite emotive about some things.
Yeah, listen, the people who watch me a lot on City Extra will know that I'm quite emotional when it comes to football as it is, particularly straight after the games. Do you know what I mean?
3 draws though. Is that happened under Guardiola? 3 draws in a row.
I don't know. All I know is we've
I
conceded
don't
10
think
goals.
so.
10 goals
But
in 4
apparently,
games.
according to
Yeah.
according to a famous YouTuber, 3 defeats are worse than 3 draws. So you should be happy, really. Like you're doing all right. Like so someone's been going around saying, you know, defeats are.
No, man, you didn't get the. Listen,
Oh.
man, these guys.
Oh, it
yo.
was you.
Bro.
Wait, what's this?
Oh, it was you.
What are you talking about?
What's this?
You know
He
who
just-
it is,
Oh, it's him.
bro. I didn't stay in that way, though.
Oh, you
This
lot don't.
guy-
This
this
guy-
guy-
you lot don't- Oh, you lot don't. Oh, you lot don't know.
No, what happened?
This guy.
Man's have
I
been
didn't
sending me
explain like that,
clip
though.
after clip about him. But anyway, we're gonna. Yeah, people already know in the chat what I'm talking.
I said,
What
I
happened,
said,
man? What
you
happened?
no, but you did. I said to you sometimes.
People
draws
know in the
are
chat.
better than the losses.
Sometimes
Because
draws
you
are
draw-
worse than losses.
No, I gave context to it. That's what I'm saying. You're just hearing a snippet. You're hearing it.
You're hearing
This
the
guy, you know.
snippet.
You're hearing the snippet, man. You're not hearing the whole context.
He's-
I said over the context of so many games. You know what I mean? If you have so many X draws rather than losses, you get a couple of wins on the bounce. The draws are more damaging. That's
That's
true.
what I'm saying.
Nah.
So-
When he explains it, I get him.
Yeah, when I
So,
explained
so
it, it's
Huey,
true.
so
But you
Huey,
just
are
said-
you? So Huey's happy. So Huey's pissed off with 3 draws. You would rather preferred 3 losses.
What?
Of course not. But if they counteract that with wins, then if they kept drawing, then obviously it's not great, is it? So this guy just got.
It ain't cheesy.
From-
It ain't cheesy.
By the way, are you going to speak on the game, man? This is your title contenders here. Are you going to speak on the game or
Nah,
what?
it was a fun game. It was a
Like,
fun
what's
game.
going
It was
on?
a fun game, man. It was a fun game. It was not expected at all. At all. And fair play to Spurs to sticking to the principle. Some brilliant goals, man. Like that Kulusevski, well, apparently came off his shoulder in the end. But just the whole attacking intent. They were piling up people in the box. Brian Gill. I mean, I don't know, Toby. Lo Celso balled out, man, in that second half, man. He looked like a different player. And of course, Son holding up that line. I thought they're going to get terrorized, man. I thought Emerson Royale at centre back with Davis. How's Haaland not going to score at least a couple? But they held out for a draw, man, and yeah, it was fun.
Davis
From a
was really
neutral,
good.
it was a mad fun game as a neutral, and of course I wanted Spurs to possibly even win it at the end. Like they were still going for it. That's the madness about Ange. They were still going for it, but yeah, how City how City weren't 4-5-1 up, I don't know.
Man City's second goal though, that was, I mean, obviously Basuma blind pass, and I hated.
Bro, Basuma was drunk, man.
But that goal for Man City, the second goal, that is what you call surgical. Once they scored that goal, I was like, oh shit, yo, we might be in for trouble here. Like the way they just boom, 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 bang, just split our defense. I said, shit. So we might be in for some pain here, but thank God.
But I agree with the criticism on Vardio and Akanji. Like there needs
Jumanji,
to be
no.
This brother is mad.
Like Vardio was brewing a lot of hype about Vardio, a lot of price tags. People mention price tags when it comes to other players, so you got to look at price tags for City as well. And I don't think Vardio's been like good even. Like
I don't think he's been bad though, man. I don't think he's been bad though.
He's showed some.
That's the problem. I think a lot. It's just
Vardiol had some really, really solid performances. There's some games where Vardiol shows his technical ability and his footballing IQ over some players we've had in the past. You can see why Pep has brought him in. You can see the plan for Vardiol in the future. I have no doubt that Pep views Vardiol as a potential John Stones type player in the future because he has the technique and the footballing IQ. He understands the game. He grew up playing a variety of positions. Listen, defensively, do I think he's been a bit shaky? I do, but I think the whole defense has. I think the whole defense isn't looking as solid as it did last season. And to answer your question, Turkish, I am slightly more concerned. I am slightly more concerned than I was at this stage last season. But like I said, the caveat to the whole thing is I still have full faith and full belief that, you know, Pep's the best manager in the world for a reason. Pep has turned around adversity before, and I still believe we are well within our capabilities of winning this title. And the one positive of the whole weekend for me is I'm delighted TOBS saw Jack Grealish score live.
Oh yeah, that was mad.
When he
straight away, he was on the group chat. Yo, really? What are you saying?
I still have City obviously to win this, but I think the problem is that your January window needs some work, or you need to change the tactics, or maybe both. And B, Liverpool are there now.
Time to rise, man.
No, it's Liverpool are there as well. Man. Listen, Arsenal were there last year. Hold on, Arsenal were there last year. But the fact that there's two teams now, it makes the likelihood of both of them dropping off a bit less.
Oh, better tighter race. Yeah. It's gonna be a better
3 teams. You got it's
It's gonna be more fun.
So
it's gonna be more fun.
Yeah. Let me get a super chats in on Tottenham and City before we do predictions for the next couple of games as well. Brack says, I'm sure even their rivals agreed the decision against City at the weekend was a complete disgrace and embarrassment on our league. I fully back Haaland and Arteta speaking truth to power. Yeah. It was a mad decision. To be honest, we skimmed over it.
Very crazy.
Yeah, we skimmed over it because we say this thing quite regularly. You know, there's been a few times we've said it in recent weeks. So this is another one to add to the list. But yeah, it's just a conversation that'll come back round again until they decide to sort it. Big win for Ange, says Mr. Celtic. He has been disrespected by general media and by fan channels. I think it's ignorance to a new style of football. Why would you change your style for a few games to go back to it? Big up. And he also adds, certain men on this panel owe him an apology. Shout out to TOBS and Matisse for keeping it real. Andrew will have the trust of the players because he backed them at the lowest. Do you mean TOBS and HUGH?
No, I backed it as well.
TOBS don't.
Obviously HUGH.
Shout out to TOBS, man. Why shout out to TOBS? He hated the guy when I first put him.
No, he's not talking about it. He's talking about the philosophy. He's talking about the philosophy when they were losing games.
The style of play.
Style. Okay.
It was mainly after the Villa game. People were saying, "Oh, should he like drop the line a couple yards back and stuff?" I'm like, people wouldn't be saying this if our finishing boots were proper. Like if like Man City, all the talk from Man City now about them conceding goals, etc. But like GRIZZ said, if Haaland has even a normal day in the office, we're not having this conversation. Literally, we're not having this conversation.
Big up Spurs, says Mo, for helping Arsenal. Ange Ball playing with a line higher than Turkish. Big
All
up,
these
Mo.
Arsenal fans are piping up. Like, it's crazy. Man City have one win in 5 against Spurs in home and away, and they've won the league 3 years in the trot. So I don't really get this talk about, oh my God, oh, you did us a favor, you did us a favor. Anyone who's watched Peep Show, yeah, in this situation, Man City are Jeff, Arsenal are Mark Corrigan, and the Premier League title is Sophie, yeah? If you watch the season 1 and season 2 of Peep Show, you know what that means, yeah? Check it out.
Talking to about 7 people in the chat, bruv. Even though I've seen Peep Show, but not like that, not to know seasons and whatnot. Next one here from Eastside saying best content by far. Tap in, don't be embarrassed, bro. You know I'm the better looking brother.
This guy's a wasteman, man. No, it's ridiculous. This guy's an idiot.
Yeah, Mazzolini that.
Klinsman's mother says, Tobes, speak on Basuma's recent form. Culture scams reckon it's headed south after he met Expressions.
I was watching this show. Yeah, Basuma's been poor. I would say his last 4 or 5 games for us, he's been poor, man. And even though he was much improved in the second half yesterday, like he's overcomplicating things on the ball sometimes, man. And he needs to fix it. But form is temporary, right? Like, I'm not going to sit here and say Basuma shouldn't take the risk. Like, he got caught in possession, but him playing such a high risk game, you're going to get caught a couple of times. For me, what I didn't like about yesterday is in the first half, he was hiding, man. Like, we need him to show for the ball, be brave, do what you can do, twist out of pressure and enable our play, man. So that was the most disappointing thing for me yesterday. Not so much him turning over the ball, even though that should be better. It was just, you can't be hiding in games like that, man. So he was poor, but we know what he's capable of doing. So I'm not worried about Basuma. People trying to dunk.
And nice as he haven't forgotten that you said Basuma's better than Declan Rice, by the way.
Yeah, it's my opinion. I think he is. I think he is. Basuma takes more risk in his position than Declan Rice. Simple.
I lie, man. That's not right.
He does. With the ball, he takes more risk in his position than Declan Rice. That's a fact.
Bro, but
that's a fact.
Listen, it might be fact. I don't know what you're saying about fact if you're talking about bringing up.
It's like me saying
I watched Declan Rice drive through the midfield with the ball at his feet often. Isn't that taking risks or not? I don't get it.
Basuma takes more risk.
I'm trying to understand
more risk than Declan Rice. More risk.
Okay, in your opinion, anything else?
What do you mean anything else? I'm saying people are trying to get onto me. No, I'm saying people are trying to get onto Basuma or get onto me for what I said about Basuma because Basuma's playing poorly. Is that how it is now? So if it's like me saying to Arsenal fans, by this logic, Martinelli must not be that good because he's in poor
easy,
form.
Yeah, but Rice has been.
But I'm just using that as an example.
I know, but Rice has been consistently playing at a high level for like 2-3 years on the trot. Basuma wasn't even a chat. We didn't even hear chatter from Basuma last season. He wasn't even in the Premier League last season. Yeah, well, listen, that plays a part.
He's doing exactly what he just said for people.
But for Rice to be leapfrogged by Basuma for a few months, I think is a bit wild. I think it's too much personally. Rice has been here. Rice has been here for a minute. I don't think Basuma after a few months can leapfrog Rice like that. I don't think that'd be right.
All right, bro. Cool.
Why is he so upset?
I hope you keep that same energy with
I like Basuma. Rice has been
keep that same energy for Caicedo, yeah? Cool.
I haven't said Rice. Listen, I haven't said Caicedo is had a better season better than Rice.
I'm saying you just said Rice has been doing
because
this
you have to be consistent. You have to be consistent, 100%.
Keep that same energy for Caicedo when he finds his
brother.
Chelsea.
Don't lash out. Don't be angry. Listen, what I said was facts. There's no need to lash out, bro. There's no need to lash out. What I said was facts. Rice has been the best 6 in the Premier League this season, even better than Rodri, and that's just what it is.
He hasn't been better than Rodri.
He has been better than Rodri. Yes, he has. Rodri's been sent off. Rodri's had a couple of bad games. Brother, listen.
Can we stop comparing what Rodri and Declan Rice do on a football pitch,
bro?
Because they're 2 different things.
Yeah, but
two different things. Stop doing this. You did this on the I Come in show.
I think Rodri's a better player, but Rice is a better.
Rodri's a better player.
I said they're very
Rodri's a better player, but
Rice
had a
this
better
is the
Rice
thing.
had
People
a
don't
better
listen. I
season.
didn't say Rice is a better player. I said Rice is having a better season so far. That's what I said.
agree.
Okay,
That's a fair statement.
Even Hugh agrees. I don't know. I don't know
No,
what
that's a fair statement.
shouting about. But
Everyone knows Rodri's clear.
Listen,
though, in terms of this
Rice is
season.
having an absolutely fantastic season. I'm sorry, it absolutely phenomenal season.
I didn't say he's not having a great season, but I just don't think he's been better than Rodri this season. I'm sorry.
Listen, Rodri's my guy, man. But Rodri, you know what I'm saying? Like he's missing stones. He's had his red card. He's suspended now for Wednesday. I want to defend Rodri. I love Rodri, and I believe he'll have a better season than Rice when push comes to shove. But up to now, 14 games in, Rice has barely put a foot wrong, hasn't he?
Okay.
No word.
Yeah, you lost that one, Tobes, in your words.
Like, I have to be consistent. I have to be consistent. I said the same about Casemiro last season. When Casemiro was getting sent off and he was getting suspensions and that kind of thing, I said the exact same thing. So I'm just being consistent.
Martin says, Matisse, it's Christmas. When are the emergency streams coming back? Yours truly, concerned subscriber.
It's no emergency yet. We're fine. No problem.
Oh shit. Well, I should have got this in earlier, but I'll get in now. TMB said this may not mean much, but thank you to Chelsea, Liverpool, and Spurs. Actually, it does count points for taking points from City. Boo United. Shame. No, thank you indeed. Chanel. I saw this was your first super chat, so big up, but nothing came with it. So apologies. If I do see a comment flying, then I'll try and get it and pick it out. If we scroll up, I see Pollen says so-called big clubs and Spurs are celebrating glorious draws, their best performance versus Little City in our tough times. Is that all you've got?
I'm so confused by this.
Jimmy says, player for player, this is the weakest City team for a while. Gavardio poor on the ball, Doku hit and miss, Kovacic average, losing Gundogan and Mahrez. The sentence didn't end there, but yeah, that was big. And Nye also says, can we talk about Rodri not being able to stop transitions without fouling? Meanwhile, Rice hasn't got a single yellow all Premier League season while acting as a one-man midfielder.
Whoa. What? He hasn't had one yellow this season?
No.
That's insane.
Wow.
Yeah. Defensively, I can't argue with
But it also shows you the midfielder Man City that he's having to do a lot though, Rodri. But yeah.
Rodri's running the midfield
clear,
on
man.
his own. You know what I'm saying? Rodri's in there on his own at times. He's playing with Alvarez, who's not a midfielder. The other number 8's changing between Bernardo, Foden, Kovacic. There's no set midfield. At least Declan Rice has. Who's he got? He's got Odegaard there.
No, there's no set.
To be fair,
He's had Havertz and Jorginho. Let's not milk it.
Let's
not milk this.
Yeah,
Rice is
Calm down there, buddy.
Yeah, let's calm down there, buddy. Yeah. Let's not.
Yeah, man. Grizz might get involved in McAllister, man. Let's continue this, man. Let's
have
go.
an abundance of riches in their team, bro. Like Rodri's doing some sort of. Rodri's doing some sort of shuttle bus.
I'm gonna chat to you soon, very soon. Don't worry. I'm gonna chat to you very soon.
McAllister and Rodri. He's gonna have talk, yeah. Talk soon. Rodri Green.
Now we're gonna talk soon.
He's gonna talk soon. He's confirmed it. He's confirmed.
I swear Arsenal have even played Trossard in midfield, man.
Allow
it, man. Allow it. I'm actually fuming that anyone's even said that. I'm actually right. Don't ever try that again. You're Man City. Don't do that. You got bare players. Nah. That's bad.
Are you no next super chat? No.
You got quality in your team. Stop it. Best team in the world, man. Allow it.
Okay, no problem.
Now I also followed that up saying 10 goals conceded in the last few games. Haven't won a game in 3 or Premier League game in 3. Shocking for City's standards, 100%. Jamon says Ake got absolutely dunked on that last goal. Looked like when LeBron dunked on Jason Terry. Haaland was too busy barking at refs when he missed sitters in the first half. Please, again, from Nye. Hope I'm saying your name right. MJ says, Phil City definitely let go of key experienced killers in the space of a year. Jesus and Zini possibly, but definitely Gundogan, Mahrez, and Cancelo.
The only ones I'm asked about are Mahrez and Gundo. The rest of them, I don't care.
Yeah. Finally got the way. So Osama says, finally got to see Arsenal live versus Wolves. Went all the way from Canada. 105 million for Rice, a bargain. I should have saved that while it was up, so I thought, let me get it in. I'll get this one in later. Big up BP. I'll get that one in later. Big up Memphis as well. Any more? Akanji can't do the Stonesy roll, says Blue Moon. We can still go 10 straight wins, and everyone knows this. So it's in our hands.
Yo, big up Blue Moon there, man. Is that Rico Lewis with you?
Taking the piss. You're taking the piss.
What am I?
You're taking
And I've got a few on that mini Rice debate we had with Basuma. Jerisic says Rice is tactically flexible to any system. He's a coach's dream. Plays safe because that's how Arteta wants him to do, I guess. Plays safe because that's how Arteta wants him to.
Listen, Rice is quality.
Men too.
Rice is quality, and he has been better than Basuma this season. But my statement on who I think is the better platter, it's just preference. I don't.
Yeah, everybody knows Rodri's a better player.
Why is it such a big deal?
Basuma's a better player. Sorry.
Yeah.
Why is it such a big deal?
He also adds, quote, Rice wouldn't start for this Tottenham team. TOBS, November 2020.
No, he didn't say that.
Bullshit. I don't know why people lie like this. I said.
I know what he
said.
said. I know what Toby said, and he
did say that.
He
did say that.
He did twist
No,
it.
I didn't say that. I said
twisted
after
it.
Basuma and Rice, I'm picking Basuma in the 6, and Rice will start at 8. Arsenal fans took that as, oh no, you're saying Basuma will get to your midfield. Why?
I don't know.
Why?
I don't know. I think you did say something more close to what Ibby's saying.
No, I didn't. I said he doesn't start over Basuma. I didn't say he won't.
Did he say he doesn't start at Tottenham because we have Basuma playing in the 6?
Send the clip, Ibby, man. Get the clip, man. Send it on Twitter.
Yeah, send it to us.
Hold on.
Get the clip, man.
Hold on.
You know what's mad? The
Hold on,
Toby. I even said like 30 seconds later, I'm obviously not talking about our entire midfield. I'm talking about the 6.
Toby,
how sure are you?
hold on. I know how to debunk this. Toby, would you play Rice as an 8 or Bentancur as an 8?
Bentancur as an 8.
Rice don't start for Tottenham. Done. Finish. End of convo. Finish.
No, wait.
You play 2 in midfield. Don't talk to me about anything else. Matters is in the 10.
Wow.
The football genius.
Yeah.
The football genius.
I think
Matisse, strategy.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Wow.
we got it.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Wow. So you got to take it back now. You can't say Ibby was lying then. So make sure you say that.
He was lying because I wasn't even talking about Bentancur. I said he starts over Sarr, not Bentancur. I said he starts over Sarr in the 8. I said that.
On the Arsenal plays in the 8, so he's not in the team. Rice on the Tottenham. Rice on the Tottenham bench.
Who would you rather have in the 8, Bentancur or Rice?
I would have Rice in the 6. Bentancur in the 8.
No, I asked the question. Who would you rather have in the 8?
I would Bentancur. Rice not 8 to me. Rice in 6.
Okay, cool.
I think you can play multiple positions, man. You can play 8 as well, man.
Don't get tricked by the wording of the question. You still pick Rice, bro.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Don't let him trick you by the wording. That's what you tried to do there. You look at him smiling.
Yeah, man.
Would you play Rice as an 8, Grizz? Surely not.
He can play as an 8. He's not bad. He can play there though.
I know he can.
Yo, listen.
I said it all season. If Liverpool get Rice season, when we were looking for DMs and Rice hadn't gone yet, I said we win the league if we get Rice.
You know what City would have done with him? They'd have used him as a John Stones centre back / DM. I can see it here.
We win the league. We get.
I can see the vision.
If we had bought Rice, Declan Rice, we win the league this year. That's how much I rate Rice in terms of game changer for us for what we needed. Spurs might not need him. Innit?
He would have been a game changer for you, absolutely. He's quality. Rice, listen, Rice is quality. I don't know why man are pretending like I don't rate Rice.
Fair enough.
Just have difference of
preference.
Yeah.
It's a dish everybody needs, to be fair. So great.
Zoeb says, if by risk you mean getting sent off for diving, then yes, I think Zuma takes more risks, but he still ain't better than Rice. S says, why did Tobes go on a rant about Peep Show saying Arsenal fans are piping up when the super chat just said thanks for taking points off City?
Because Arsenal fans keep saying our thank you as if they're going to act on that. What are you going to do about us taking points off Man City?
Oh, message.
Hold on, but what you're doing now is even worse. Basically, yeah, someone's wait. I don't. What do you mean? What do you want them to do? They said thank you for taking points off. Hold on, if someone says thank you for taking points off City, how can you turn to them and say, what are you
gonna do?
No, I said.
Well,
what,
I think what he's saying is,
what are you guys gonna do?
either it's true. It's like, to be honest,
bro.
it's either you're gonna win the Premier League or this is a non-starter. This
Yeah,
conversation.
but Matisse,
genuinely.
but what we're saying,
Stop
but what we're
telling me
saying is, if
Brentford
say
are
that makes more
supported Man
sense.
City.
Yeah, win it then,
It's that
innit?
simple.
I'm gonna
It's that
win the
simple.
Prem. Win the Prem.
Win it. Man, are telling me we're top. You were
Win it or
top.
don't
You were
thank
top. You were
anybody.
top this time last season.
Yeah,
I was hearing all those
facts.
thanks in January. Oh,
Yeah.
thanks for taking points off Man City. Thank you so much. What happened in May?
Win it.
Okay then.
That's what he's saying. He's saying you must.
Okay then.
Look, look at what your super chat just done again. All right, let's move. HW says Basuma trying to beat Freeman at the edge of the box in the 80th minute and loses it, but calm, quote, more risks.
When
Zach-
it works, they don't celebrate it. When it fails, they scream it. It's fine. Drake said it best. They whisper accomplishments and they scream failures. It's all good. We'll be back.
Zachariah says
Wow,
Toes
that was
must
deep.
That sounds like Trent chat for later. But anyway, we move.
Come on, spud me, G. Dude. I'm Trent train. Spud me, G.
Yeah. I see your tweet. I see tweets, and I see
Oh,
videos.
we've just been doing research, yeah. All right,
Just seen
Zachariah.
I've just seen two man spud to a Trent train. You need to relax.
Whoa.
All right, man.
Whoa.
Chill, bro. Chill, man. What the
Or Mantis,
Yo,
allow it.
chill, bro. What the hell, man? Why did you just say that?
Mantis, bro.
Why did you have to? Yo, why did you have to take
Crazy.
Yo,
Look
I
it
swear.
up.
The thing is, I had that joke. I had that joke stored in my brain for like 2 seconds. I said, should I
Nah,
let?
man,
I said,
you're
I let. I
crazy.
said, I do it, bro. I had to.
oh, you're crazy.
Yo,
Wow,
man ended the stream.
man. That was one of the craziest ones I've ever heard. And we needed to take a break. I needed the intro to start shit again because that was crazy. That was crazy. Back to the last few remaining super chats. Tobes must be on the hard stuff. If you watch both this season, it's clear to see Rice has been the best 6. Even Hugh has disagreed with you. That's why you know it's deeper than what it is.
Okay, no problem.
Matisse, would you rather have a London team that's not Chelsea this season or City, Liverpool? He's gonna say City, Liverpool. He doesn't give a shit about them.
Bro, are you mad? What kind of question is this?
Yes.
Yeah,
And
listen.
One more. Don't worry, but we know. Where has
they
this
know.
Basuma better than Rice come from? Rice has been better this season, and he was definitely better last season.
Fair enough,
Cool. Predictions. Let's start with the Tottenham West Ham. Tobes.
3-1.
3-1. I'm gonna go 2-1. SAEED.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 2-1 as well. Tottenham.
Yeah, Matisse.
Where's it at?
No one tell him.
Oh, sorry. Oh, it's gone.
What? How can you say it's gone? What do you mean it's
Gonna
gone?
go on his phone anyway.
Wait, what did you lose? You lost your phone, yeah? Just in that short space of time.
It's gone.
It's out the bag, isn't it?
Man said it's gone.
All right, wait.
All right.
Ask where it is, isn't it?
Fuck. All right. Let's just
stop,
go.
man.
Let's just go.
It's gone.
I'll go 2-1 Tottenham.
2-1.
Do you know everyone's gone 2-1 Tottenham, Matisse? Are you
I didn't
scared
hear.
that-
I'm not gonna lie. We're running it.
Everyone's doing 2-1.
Man said we're running it. Go on, Grizz.
Oh, is it me? No, it's Hughie.
No.
Oh, no, sorry, Hugh. Yeah, my
Hughie.
bad.
I thought I was gonna get you there. I'm gonna say 3-1 Tottenham.
Another 3-1. And Grizz.
Gotta be different, man. I'm gonna say 1-0 Tottenham.
1-0. Cool. That's all in. So SAEED, and Matisse have all gone 2-1 Tottenham. Hugh and Tobes has gone 3-1, and Grizz has gone 1-0. That's all of them in. Let's move. Tobes again. Aston Villa, Man City.
Whew. I'm gonna go 3-2 Man City.
3-2. I'm gonna go 3-1. SAEED. 3-1 Man City.
I'm gonna go 2-1 Manchester City.
Matisse.
I'm gonna go 2-2. Be a good game.
2-2. Hugh.
3-2 Man City.
Number 3-2. And GRIZZ.
2-1. City.
2-1 there as well. So SAEED and GRIZZ have gone 2-1 City. I've gone 3-1 City. TOBS has gone 3-2 City. And Matisse has gone 2-2 and Hugh's gone 3-2. Same as TOBS. I'll publish them all on the socials, people, regardless. All right, let's keep it moving. GRIZZ, I'm weary of time. 1 hour 45.
Yeah, man. Minor.
You deserve a segment because Trent deserves a segment.
Yeah,
man.
Trent Alexander the Great, Arnold, and a shout out to shout out to mentality, man. It wasn't one of our good performances again, but we scored 4 goals and 4 stunning goals. I don't know if you guys managed to watch the goals.
Yeah, we did.
4 of the most stunning goals you're likely to see, man. Madness.
Wow.
Nasty goals we conceded. Kelleher, obviously, reserve keeper is a reserve keeper. But at times like
It's
this, you
spooky
realize...
though, Chris. Look, it's spooky, Kelleher, though.
We're gonna come to you in a minute. We're gonna, but
Bro, Kelleher
has a reserve keeper who plays, very rarely, and you show keeper needs rhythm. And also we're looking at Alisson levels of comparisons, and you can't do that. Alisson is one of the greatest goalkeepers of the Premier League era. So if you're gonna aspire to look to him to compare him to Alisson, it's not fair. Kelleher's not he's not Alisson. Simple as that. But yeah, man. Fulham aren't relegation fodder this year. People keep forgetting Fulham are mid-table, pushing for Europa this season. So yeah, but
pushing for what?
Europa, man. Yeah, Europa.
What do you mean pushing for Europa? They got Bobby Zamora up front.
Relax.
They got Bobby Zamora and
Relax.
Clint Dempsey or something. What's going on? Which Fulham are you talking about?
Regardless, but the performance wasn't great from us, but we got firepower. Even though the front three didn't score, the goals are spread out through the team and some stunning strikes. We very rarely scored from outside the box ever, and that was just 4 in one game. A lot of goals from outside the box this season. We got shooters in the team. McAllister's goal, that's one of those Royal the Rovers type goals, man. And Trent is a madness, man. Trent is a madness. That's over 100 goals and assists now already for club and country. For predominantly, in fact, 95% of his time, I'd say more, playing as a right back in a 4. That's phenomenal numbers. I don't care what anyone says, phenomenal numbers. And a lot of the footballers you talk to or you hear or you pundits you listen to, not pundits, footballers that speak on Trent say you got to embrace his greatness, guys. We got to stop talking about what that quote was from Toby. Not from Toby, but Toby quoted that quote. From Drake. This guy's phenomenal. He's a phenomenal footballer. And some of his passing, forget his goals. Obviously, you lot all focused on your own games. Apart from SAEED, who was focused on the Liverpool game, I heard a lot. And sending for me for...
He switched channels, GRIZZ.
Yeah. 87th minute, he was just sending for me, apparently. So...
Why are you laughing, Tommy, man? I thought the game was done, man.
Man said he was flicking between the channels, bro.
Yeah. He was going mad.
I came back to Chelsea.
When Reed scored the first... SAEED, bro. SAEED was all over,
bro.
And I just want to remind brother SAEED keeps asking about Endo. What's Endo?
I did call for minutes, though.
I just want to remind me. How many people we got live now, Turks?
8.
I just want to remind 8,000 people plus that Endo has more goals and assists than Højlund and Anthony. So how do you feel? How do you feel?
But I was the one that recommended you to have him more minutes.
So Endo, Endo.
No, but wait,
let me finish my section. Mute him. Before I end him. Mute him before I end him. Mute him before I end him. I ain't finished, bro. I ain't finished. So Endo at 15 million has already done more than Højlund and Anthony as a substitute DM. So yeah, case dismissed. Yeah. Apart from that, guys, not much to say. We needed to follow up Man City with the win, by hook or by crook. It was by crook. I don't think we deserved to win. We definitely didn't deserve to lose. A lot of Liverpool fans are like, what do you mean, man? 63% possession, 28 shots. You got to score them. Missed a lot of chances, but still scored 4 stunning goals. Now we go to Sheffield United. I don't give a shit about new manager hype. We've got to play with confidence and attack them and finish them before the crowd can get up for it or anything like that. So yeah, basically that's it, man. Just a bit of Trent chat. Big up Endo. And yeah, man, we keep it moving. We keep it moving. Someone in the chat earlier was saying like Liverpool aren't being talked about enough here, like in the title chat. I like it like that. No problem. No problem.
What was the best goal like from your point of view?
McAllister's one, man. Like Trent's free kick was the perfect free kick. It's one of those ones where stanchion. But the McAllister, that's one of those. You aim it at the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't want to give too much away, but your strike in the football video that we made.
Listen.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Say no more. Please.
But what I was going to say is the opposite of that one. So where you aimed at the keeper and curl it outwards, McAllister done that, aim it at the keeper and outside of the boot. So yeah, man, ridiculous shot. But then there's the chat about McAllister. Are we playing him in the right position? Should we playing him as the 8? Well, I know we had the Bentancur and Rice chat, whatever is year 8. McAllister for me is most definitely an 8, as opposed to a 6. But we see how it goes, man. But yeah, apparently that's what SAEED was doing as well when we scored in the last minute. Like just get up and walk off. Like get up when we scored in the last 2 minutes. So yeah, that's exactly reenacting the scene. But yeah, man, we keep it moving. Now 2 away games, Palace and Sheffield United before Man United, Arsenal. It ain't easy.
On Trent, I mean, I know the midfield debate is dead and no one wants to see him in midfield apart from me, but I don't know, man. I just think this footballer is too good to be even in the defensive third anymore. I just want to see him up near the goal as soon as possible. I know it's not his game, but bruv, I just want to see this guy's high. I just want to see him. I just want to see him taking more shots. And that's from a footballing perspective, not from a Chelsea perspective. Because from a Chelsea perspective, this brother's causing me great pain because the whole Reece James thing, you know what I mean? Right now, we have to park that and just leave Trent to do what he's doing. But Trent is probably your best, one of, obviously, it's Salah, but bruv, this is maybe your second best shooter at the club. That's how I see it now. He's a better shooter than Nunes. Do you know what I mean? Like
Gakpo's got a strike.
Yeah, Gakpo's got a shot.
Bro, this guy's a shooter, bro. But this one's the Look,
like I think Trent could get like 15 goals in a season easily if he's playing in these positions.
Forget his shots and everything. You know, his passing. Like you need to see this guy's passing is ridiculous. It's like he does it with his eyes closed. Like, you know what I mean? People obviously speak about Steven Gerrard and obviously now Kevin De Bruyne as well. This guy's in that category of finding passes, long range, short range. His picking out of a pass is ridiculous. And look, I've never bought into the midfield thing because he doesn't enjoy defending. Do you know what I mean? So maybe take that away from him. If someone doesn't enjoy defending, and he doesn't, I don't care what he says, we all see football, we all watch football. You can tell Trent doesn't enjoy it. So let him do what he enjoys, and what he enjoys is threading passes together, mad vision and striking the ball cleanly. So maybe unleash him, but I don't know.
Cool. Let's look at what super chats we have. Still 8K in the building, coming up to 2 hours. Let me just scroll backwards quickly and then come back down. Here we are. Memphis says Liverpool not getting as much hype as Arsenal in this title race. Slowly but quietly, they keep winning. They have to be favourites over Arsenal.
Agreed. They have the experience, like more experience than Arsenal. But Arsenal have experience from last season, so I think Arsenal will be better for it. They are conceding, but I think Liverpool will get. If Liverpool don't get a 6 in January, then I'll say
we've got the joint best defense in the league.
Okay,
but we
there you go.
watched the game. Yeah,
but Arsenal defensively are probably more solid.
Second now.
Yeah, Arsenal defensively have been more solid, but then Arsenal going forward have not been as flamboyant as maybe or free flowing as Liverpool. So it's a trade off. It's like you know what I mean. It will be interesting to see which one comes out on top.
That's the first game we haven't won by 2 at Anfield.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see which method works. To be honest,
there's only a few goals between us though, in terms of goals scored as well, and Liverpool have a thrashing under their belt. So do we with a 5-0. Yeah.
But man, I'm happy with you guys, man, being favourites.
Now you men are favorites, man. You men are
GRIZZ
favorites.
wins either way. It's both his teams.
Don't Turkish. You're not allowed to run. Don't run. You're your favorites.
Broski. Pep is
You're
a
high.
genius. Pep is a genius. Haaland is generational. It's very difficult, bro. Very difficult.
Nah, bro.
These Arsenal fans, it's fine.
Take your chain. That's your chain to get, man. That's your chain to get.
We will try. We will try. But when you're coming up against generational and genius, yeah, that GG is hard to. It's hard.
Nah, bruv. Listen, you've got King Kai, bruv. Better Arsenal fans asking me, what do you think of Kai now, bruv? Listen, he's a king.
Hey, bro, don't let Arsenal fans up with me. I don't want to speak to them ones, but yeah.
Two goals, yeah. What do you think of Kai?
We just can't. This is what I'm saying. Look, they got generational genius, and we got we can't, bro. They must. We can't. Samuel says, GRIZZ, any concerns on Nunez's missed chances, and do you reckon that Liverpool get a DM in January?
We've just done a big show on Nunez on my channel, so I don't want to waste anyone's. Yeah, exactly. So go and check out Nunez chat on Football Carnage. And we won't get a DM in January. No.
You won't?
In my opinion. No, in my opinion.
Oh my god, what is wrong with your football club, man? Fucking hell.
Not a lot.
Mane says, third goal second. Ball from Konate to Nunez, superb drop down header to Salah, and great finish from Endo. And last one, Endo over Amrabat, Kelleher over Onana, SAEED, shush.
I mean, they're facts, to be honest with you, so yeah.
Oh, that's foul.
We have got this one here as well, though.
Don't worry, man.
You can play it all you
I'm
want.
not.
Do you want to take back what you said, though?
No, I don't want to take back what I said, and I want you to play.
It takes a lot for Toby to go back on his opinion. Doherty Reece James battle went on for a few years. It's not easy, bro.
The actual video from the stream, not just some clip that our Arsenal fan has clipped up.
But
that brother compared Doherty to Reece James, bro. You're going to be here in a minute. Trust me.
So it's fine, man. If you want to play it, man. I know what I said. It's there on the stream.
Look how long it took him to get over Ndombele, bro. Like,
but this is mad.
He's going to let it go on Basuma.
Like, Toby knows what he said, right? But obviously, this brother Ibby...
No, GRIZZ. I know what I said here on the show, but I don't like lying. I literally... Matisse was sat next to me, and so was Turkish. I literally said, after my statement on Basuma and Rice, I said, if you're talking about the entire Spurs team, he gets in over Sarr in the 8. I literally said that. So I don't understand these lies. But it's
play
fine.
the clip, man. Play the clip.
I don't really care anymore.
Let's get a VAR on that, please.
I don't care.
Stockley Park.
You want me to play the clip?
Play the
clip.
Thing,
it's not going to be the full thing. It's just going to be whatever an Arsenal fan clip. So it's whatever, bro. I don't really care.
Play it regardless. I want to see what they're saying.
I don't care.
Can you not hear this? Yeah. Right, but Rice starts at every club on this table.
What? He doesn't. Let's go back to the. He doesn't start at Spurs. He doesn't start at Spurs. Sorry.
Someone take this guy away.
No, I agree. I think Basuma is better.
He doesn't start at Spurs. What are you talking about? He does not start at top.
Yeah.
Why don't you guys trust him in the build-up if he's world class as a 6? No.
You said it free.
Why does it stop there?
You said it free.
Yeah,
that's a lot, though, Toby.
Not looking good, Brev. Not looking good, Brev.
We were talking about.
It's a definitive statement, though.
So he said that's a lot, though. That's a lot, though.
Stop there.
You know why? It's a definitive statement. You just said he doesn't start at Arsenal. That's what you just said, though.
We're talking about sixes. One position. That doesn't make sense.
Oh,
don't Matisse me because he's not world class in build up. And if you think he is,
listen, wait.
That's one thing he's not world class at.
He's not world
class in build up.
Considering he's probably the happiest man today, yeah, after results, we can't let the show end with Toby road rage.
Let's not do that, man. They don't want to see Toby happy, man. Let Toby be happy, man. Don't drag him happy,
man.
I don't care. Honestly, I'm bored of these guys, man. These same Arsenal fans who are gassing up Zinchenko, telling me Ramsdale's the best thing since sliced bread, but yet they're coming at me for thinking Basuma's better than Rice. Leave off, man. Clear off. Bozos, honestly.
Man's feeling very self-conflicted.
Last season, Ramsdale was the talk of the town. This season, they're calling him a scrub. Shut up, man, please. Fucking hypocrites.
Why are you so rattled by it?
Man, I'm sick. Bro, I'm so sick of your fan base.
What do you think you're sick of you?
Yeah, I want them to be sick of me because I hate them. I hate their guts.
This is what I'm saying. It's all things around
their guts.
Can you imagine an Arsenal versus Tottenham Champions League final?
We don't
One day I need to see it. I can't lie.
We will be there.
Oh man,
Because the pure hatred going into it will be
I
wild.
hate them. I swear to God, I hate
Bro.
them. I hate their guts. That's what I wish them.
Watch-alongs are going to be wild.
I swear.
Thanks for the draw anyway. Sheffield United, Liverpool, GRIZZ.
Thanks for the
Sheffield
draw,
United,
yeah?
Liverpool.
Alright, cool.
Yeah,
Actually,
just keep.
actually TOBS, isn't it? He's first, but yeah, do you have
Oh
anything
yeah,
to say?
yeah.
Thanks for the draw.
No. Tobes, go for it. Yeah.
So
let's
what's
do this.
where's my phone? Let me make a note of this day. So today is Monday, the 4th of December. Turkish said thanks for the draw. So I'm gonna
Thanks
come
for
back
the
to this in 6 months' time.
What a nerd, man.
Wow. Yeah, and is this what I'm saying? I'm called the nerd. He's smarter than me.
Yeah.
He makes notes. He makes fucking series
'cause
references and
you
shit.
gotta make notes.
And I'm the
You
nerd.
gotta make notes because when
Because I'm
when
just
spin
because I'm
the block-
visually impaired. Just because I'm visually impaired, I'm the nerd. Mate, like
when you spin
think
the
about.
block to dunk on your
I
arc,
swear you
this
said
is
that
what
you play
gotta keep
Pokemon and all that
this
shit. I swear you said you
What,
play
like,
Pokemon.
what,
as
like,
well.
like Ibby just spun the block on you, my friend.
I swear you said you
Yeah.
play Pokemon as well.
Calma.
What?
Wrong with Pokemon.
Yeah, I said you're a fan of Pokemon. I swear.
There, it's there.
Yeah, she is.
I like Pokemon.
Pokemon or Dragon Ball Z or some shit like that.
Go on, TOBS.
No, this is
Go on,
outrageous.
TOBS. Prediction.
You're a different level of weird, Tobes, you know that?
Tobes, man. Prediction, man. Let's go look at the time, man.
Oh, funny, bruv.
Tobes, prediction.
Huh? Oh
Funny,
shit!
Brad.
Sorry, what game is this?
Sheffield United, Liverpool.
Oh God, 4-0, man.
I said, oh God, 4-0.
4-0.
I'm gonna go 3-0.
Damn.
SAEED.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah, 3-0 as well. I think this would be a convincing win. 3-0.
Matisse.
5-0 to the mighty Liverpool.
Yeah.
Because Liverpool fans
fine.
think I have an agenda against them. So I wanted to balance it out with that. Big up Liverpool fans.
Hugh.
Make sure if Arsenal and Tottenham win the league.
So 4-0 Liverpool.
Don't think I ain't noticed what you're doing, Hugh. You keep copying all my results. Have you noticed? Have you not noticed this?
Oh
4
shit!
results, man.
You look got the same 4
You keep
results.
copying me, bro. Stop copying.
Right.
Stop copying.
Allegations, right here.
Bro,
That's crazy.
Exactly.
Yo.
Mm.
Right.
Right.
Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere.
Yo.
Don't go
Don't go
anywhere.
anywhere.
Yo, he's
What you
got-
telling me?
You know
It
what
ain't
I'm
cheesy. It ain't
I think-
cheesy.
Hugh's thing is, I'm just gonna copy whoever's top because they're doing the best, and then I'll get up there.
Look
And
at
then
me
when
and
I'm top,
Turkish's results last week. Whatever Turkish said, I'm pretty sure I copied most of them.
Yo,
Bro,
Grizz,
that's
you should
wild.
take a leaf out of this. But then if
What
Wait,
did, what did
that's
Toby
what-
say? What's the score? What did they say?
but then yo, if that happens,
What
then
the-
Grizz can never come off the bottom.
What did they
That's mad.
say? What's Toby's and Huey's
I know.
prediction?
They're the same. They're the same.
Yeah,
It's 3-1. 3-1. We said 3-1.
2-0.
Oh no. For this, okay, you're going 2-0, yeah.
2-0
oh.
against Sheffield United.
Someone said 117 charges.
Yeah,
Every time they do something wrong. Just add
Yeah,
another
today
one.
they got a charge. Now today another one.
Listen, all predictions are in. 2-0 from GRIZZ, 3-0 from me and SAEED, 4-0 from Hugh and TOBS, 5-0 from Matisse. We move past 2 hours, so we're just going to rush through this segment. But obviously, Arsenal won again. Wolves, exhilarating first half.
game.
Second
No,
half,
panic.
not so much. Not so much, huh?
No, I said that was a pamming. I think second half you blamed them as well, man. That should have been like a 4 or 5-0.
We had the
Yeah.
chances, 100%.
Should've
But I mean, in
blamed them.
terms of like when we was putting it on them in the first half, it looked like it was going to be 3-4. And to be honest, it should have been 3-4. Trossard, Eddie, and Jesus all missed chances. They should have. But we won 3 points.
That's cold.
It
Yeah,
is
the
what
goals
it
were
is.
really good. The goals were really good.
Oh yeah, Jesus was key
Yeah.
to all of them.
Oh.
Is in.
Or
Yeah.
can I say, you see, for me, Zinchenko should be playing in the left 8 now. Like when Timber comes back long term, I would love to see it as well. I feel like
He lacks the physicality, though, man.
He's
I want
crap
to see it. I want
defensively.
to see it too. I
He's
really
crap.
wanna
He's
see
crap
it.
defensively. He can pass. He's press resistant, and he can
Yeah.
potentially
Yeah.
overlap Martinelli,
With all
cross
these
and
things,
shoot.
pressure this thing, yeah. Let's
Yeah, 100%.
Right, listen,
Him and Rice at the base.
A lot of
Yeah.
people want to see it, but his part. Firstly, I don't think his passing is good enough to be like. Okay, his passing is good enough to be there, but his passing is not as great as everyone thinks, in my opinion. And when you look at some of the moments against
Can't draw,
Wolves,
man.
like he's not looking over his shoulder. He's losing the ball like one touch and he's getting moved. I think in the midfield, you need to be more I think TOBS is right to say, this press resistant thing. I wouldn't say he's press resistant. He
Can't
overloads
do
the midfield well. And don't get me wrong, listen, he's a gift and a curse. I mean, the curse bit we're talking about now, but he's also a gift in an attacking sense. But I feel like he suits the overload rather than starting there. And people will reference starting for Ukraine, but Ukraine and international football is not Premier League. So he can start wherever he wants for Ukraine. If he starts midfield for us, I think we're light, if I'm real light. So yeah,
Fact.
it is what it is.
Let him play left back. Left back is where he's made his name at Arsenal, right? So
yeah, and I think Timber was the long term. Well, not long term, but I think Timber was going to replace him in that position. If I'm honest. So
Matisse is always trying to move these guys who aren't good defensively at fullback. He's always trying to move them into midfield.
Yeah, it's my new thing that I'm doing. Yeah, facts. It's my new thing that I'm doing now. I have to be consistent. I thought to myself, if I was saying this with Trent, I should really say it with Zinchenko as well, because for the goal, he was crap defensively. So, if he put it like this, if he doesn't move there, he's going to lose his position anyway, because Timber's going to take it. And
then that means Arsenal have got depth, isn't that?
But they don't have a left 8, so that's why I'm trying to solve 2 problems with 1. You know what I mean?
No, they got King Kai, right?
Kingdom Kai, I'm calling him now. You know what I mean?
Kingdom Kai, Let me see what super chats are here as well whilst we're on the subject. Jamon says, I feel like Zinchenko could also do an interview saying sometimes he doesn't pay attention, but our XF expected fluidity was looking like last season. It was at 100%. Lons first 30 minutes against Wolves, we was looking sweet. Morton says the toughest away game for Arsenal amongst the top 10 is Newcastle. Liverpool with a far tougher start. Oh, you're talking about the fixture so far. Okay. Oh, fair enough. 23rd, I believe we play Liverpool. Well, we played Liverpool 3 times in a matter of a month and a bit. So, yeah, we'll see how those 3 go. We will be here. Kiriako says, I'm heading to London from New York. Let me know how many packs of cummies I should bring for my guy GRIZZ. Yeah, GRIZZ, man. I need you to come off bottom of the table. I don't want you to finish bottom, but
long season.
I need a family guy putting in. I need a family man putting the pack. Yeah, and I ain't talking about that. I see.
I see Fulham. Pick up the panel. I've got a random one. I need to settle a debate with a clown. Who was the better centre back, Sol Campbell?
Stop it. Thiago Silva is.
It's not as stop it as you think, but
it is a stop it as I think.
What do you mean?
I mean what I just said.
What did you say?
I haven't said it yet.
Yeah, I'm thinking what?
Exactly like what? That's what I was thinking. Like
Thiago Silva. No. Thiago Silva is one of the best centre backs of the last decade.
The longevity is stupid as well. I'm sorry, that has to count for something. This man's been doing it for. This man's 40 years old, bro. If you don't have
debate, Say, please stop it.
Why so
No, I thought you were going to say Sol Campbell is clear. That's why I said relax.
Yeah, he's unbelievable.
Campbell was good as well.
I don't mind you having the opinion that it's Silva, but I don't understand how people can say clean and this and that. Sol Campbell
clean, yeah, exactly, yeah.
Sol Campbell was.
All right, with respect, we say it with respect.
Too. So does that add extra brownie points?
I don't say with respect. I don't say with no respect.
You think Rio Van Dijk's better than Rio Ferdinand? So there's no respect there, is there?
Go and check the videos, man. We've got enough videos on the Big Six channel. Go and check them out.
Is Van Dijk's peak better than Rio Ferdinand's peak?
I think so. Peak, but Rio's done it again and again and again and again.
Rio's longevity is clear. Obviously,
they're different. Yeah, someone's peak can be better than someone.
Yeah, it's true.
His career has been better.
Adel Trapp's peak's incredible.
I think so. Campbell at his peak was just as good, arguably even better than Thiago Silva.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying Sol Campbell.
At his peak, he was bonkers, bro. Bonkers centre back, bro.
People just forget. I don't know why they forget.
Was Thiago Silva not bonkers?
Thiago Silva can do everything that Sol Campbell do from a physical point of view, but Thiago Silva's ability on the ball makes him clear, in my opinion.
Okay, his ability on the ball
different era.
Campbell defensively was better than Thiago Silva. He was.
Yeah.
Why we did?
They played in 2 different eras, man.
Let's
not do this now, man. We have whole shows for this.
We have
shows for that, man.
We do a poll on the channel.
Next time we talk about this stuff. Sure.
We do a poll on the
I'm so
Goddamn.
anyway. I don't even know why I'm sticking up for him. It's Thiago
Final
Silva.
whistle, goddamn.
It slaps every
Thiago
time.
Silva by
It just
default,
does.
the snake.
Round the
Listen,
final whistle, goddamn.
I've got 7 super chats left here, but I'm only going to get in 2, so I'm going to pick them random. Here's one. Nicholas says, SAEED, Watkins must be gutted equalising against Bournemouth to get 1 point rather than 0. Kulusevski must also feel miserable, referencing, what GRIZZ mentioned earlier. Next one up, let's go with Michael. I haven't seen this name before, saying, love the show, love the panel. Long-time Arsenal fan who is genuinely hoping for the first freeway title race in almost a decade. Your thoughts?
I tweeted it.
As long as
It's a
Liverpool and Man
three-horse
City
race.
don't win it.
It is looking
Arsenal,
interesting, though.
Liverpool don't win it, yeah.
It is looking like it's going to be a juicy season. But listen, December it's a juicy month when it comes to games anyway. So we're going to be here every week, Thursday. We're back Thursday, 11 p.m. But TOBS might be late because he'll be recording his stuff after the Tottenham West Ham game. So we're going to start at 11. Maybe we'll start at 10:30. We'll announce it on the day on the socials anyway. At the Big Six show is the socials. Apologies if I've missed any super chats. You know, it's 2 hours, 10 minutes now, and it's getting late. So we do need to wrap it up. And big up the sponsor, Manscaped TB620. You know what to do already there. Christmas presents. You can grab yourself, your partner, your kids, nephews, whatever. Anything from Manscaped. Use the code TB620. I've got the prediction table up. I've got most of the predictions in, aside from Luton and Arsenal, which we're going to do now and wrap it up, people. TOBS.
What?
No,
Prediction.
finished.
Oh,
Man,
Are you all right in the head, man?
Oh,
sorry.
what the hell?
He's
wrong
not
with
right. I'll be honest, Saeed, he's not.
He's rattled.
Sorry.
He's
so
rattled
who-
since the Basuma talk.
Who,
So
who
what?
are Arsenal playing, sorry?
They're playing Luton, brother.
Luton away.
His brother, he's not used to going first. That's his problem.
Yeah, I'm actually not used to
So
going first.
Spursy.
4-0.
I think
4-0
he belongs
Arsenal.
there, man.
4-0
4-0.
Arsenal. Yeah.
I'm going.
They're getting a thrashing.
I'm going 2-0. Saeed.
3-0 Arsenal.
3-0.
I was
Matisse.
going to say that.
I'm going 3-0 Arsenal.
3-0. Hugh.
4-0 Arsenal.
4-0. And
This
GRIZZ.
guy is nasty, man.
I was gonna say
Nasty.
I was
I
gonna
like
say
it,
three.
man. I like that.
I was gonna say three, but I have to be different, man. I'm gonna say
You look stressing that, don't you?
Say 3-1.
I say 3-1.
I hope that works for you, Uncle GRIZZ. All of them
Thanks,
in.
bro.
3-1 from GRIZZ. Saeed's gone 3-0, same as Matisse. TOBS and Hugh have gone 4-0.
You think Arsenal are going to concede to Luton?
What's your problem, man? Can't you see
He's
I've
a
got
local
problems?
team, man. He
Let,
just wants
let
to
him,
let
bro.
all
Let him
goal.
stay at the bottom. Just everybody else gets to
Yeah,
enjoy
I've
their
got to do
life.
my tech.
I've
got to do my
make sure
tic-tacs.
that this is a proper strong strain? Yeah, the gummies. Yeah, let's make it.
No, GRIZZ, you're smashing it, mate. You do you.
You do you.
Yeah,
Listen,
man.
I've
You
just
always
checked
do
this
you.
out. 2.3 thousand likes. Love for the love, people. If you haven't hit the like button, hit it on the way out because it is the way out now. Make sure you're back Thursday, 11 p.m., maybe 10:30. Follow us on the socials for confirmation. We've also got another FC24 this Friday. If you haven't watched the last one, bang in, but we missed a couple players. Those players are back on Friday, so make sure you're tuning in.
We didn't miss him though, did we? We didn't really miss him though, did we? We didn't
Yeah.
really miss him though, did we?
Yeah, it's true.
We didn't
Saeed.
really, you know.
We must talk Friday, I think, about that
We
one.
must talk Friday.
I got a call with the chairman lined up this week as well.
Good day, mate.
What he's saying.
Good day,
Gonna
mate.
see what he's saying. Matisse, TOBS, GRIZZ, Saeed, Hugh, big up as always. Channel links in the description below. We are now just under 2K, so we're on 48K. We're just under 2K away from 50. So if you're not subscribed, people, make sure you subscribe right now. Put a notification bell on. Love for the love. Hit the like button on the way out, people. Peace. We're out.